Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Cody with Blood Money MMA Bets, and I'm here with my boy JohnnyKpicks.
What's going on, man?
What's up? Well, we're gonna go over UFC Vegas 57. It's a pretty good fight card. Tsarukyan versus Gamrot is gonna be a crazy fight.
Oh, yeah.
Got a couple other good fights. We got some really good prospects. We got Shavkat fighting this weekend. We got Umar fighting this weekend, Umar Nurmagomedov. So, man, a lot of up-and-coming prospects. We see where they're really at.
Yep.
I want to talk to you about last weekend, man. You was in Austin. How was that, man, going to that fight card?
Oh, man, it was wild, dude. Like, everybody was crazy. Like, the arena was, just out, like, erupting and everything. Like, I don't have my video out, but I said it in my video. Like, the Yanez-Kelly fight, that was like the loudest fight out of the whole night because everybody was just booing Kelly. And I don't know if you could hear it on TV or whatever, but
not really.
It was okay because it was like crazy. Everybody was like rooting against Kelly. Like, and Yanez is a Texas guy, so everybody was rooting for him too. But
right.
That was like the craziest fight ever. And then how it ended, it just made it even crazier. So.
Right.
But yeah. Top to bottom, like, oh my God, it was like one of the best live events I'll probably ever go to. Like, I don't think I'll be able to even top that. If I do, I'll be lucky again. I'll be real lucky.
Right, man. Because how many first round finishes were there?
There was a lot, but I want to say that there was like 9 finishes total.
Okay, so yeah, 9.
But first round, I mean, there's probably like at least 6 or 7, at least.
Right. And then they get to end with Kattar Emmett. That Kattar Emmett fight, I mean, weird decision, but like great fight, a great 5-round fight.
See, like watching it live though there, I couldn't remember this, I couldn't see the scorecards or anything. So I was like, I kind of thought Kattar won. I was like, but it was so close. I'm like, it's not a robbery. It's fine. I had a bet on Kattar, which would have been great if I won, but I was like, it was all good. But then like I'm looking on my phone and I'm looking at the scorecards and I'm like, wait, so there was a judge that gave Kattar round 4, and that's basically what cost Kattar the fight because I know Kattar won round 4.
I thought he won 4 and 5.
Yeah, for sure 4 and 5, and you can debate 1 through 3 with Emmett because Emmett was real close. But I thought Kattar got 2, 4, and 5. But there was a judge, I guess, that gave Emmett round 4, and that's what gave him.
That's
Emmett
weird.
The other thing. So Kattar should have really won a split decision, but. How that goes.
I had Emmett, like just watching it based off damage. I had Emmett winning the first 3 because he was just, I mean, they was throwing pretty even, but man, Emmett was landing some hard shots. Like, I mean, like every time he would hit Kattar, man, he kind of rocked him a little, like moved him, and but it was close. The second round was super tough. Definitely a split decision. We got a bunch of people here. We got Victor's here. What's up? He said, "What's up, brothers? Let's make some money this week." What's up, Victor? Thanks for coming out, bro. He's always the first one here commenting too. Our boy Saba, what's up, my guys? He said, "How we doing?" Doing great. Johnny's doing great. I'm sure Johnny's under just so much stress getting back, having to do all the stuff you got to do and everything.
Got back early this morning, and I'm like doing YouTube stuff, doing MMA stuff for this weekend, and. Luckily, I got today off of work, so I got all that stuff done.
Nice.
I'm ready to go. Like I said, I got 3 videos for you guys coming up, so this is one of them right here. Nice.
Just drop them. I'll definitely be there to check them out. We got my boy Mike, Chef Mike. What's up, man? He said, "What's up, Jake, JK, and Cody?" Biff, love from Vegas. Yes, man, that's my dude. Broke Bets is here. He said, "What a steal. Great fights. I'm sure they were crazy live." Yep. Got so many pictures with the UFC guys. Yeah, that was awesome. With Giga.
Yep. Well, the funny story with that one was my wife went to the restroom and I just stayed in the seat. And like 5 minutes later, she came down. She's like, John, come here. And I'm like, what? Like, what's going on? I'm freaking out because I don't know what's going on. And like she said, "Come here now," and I'm like, "All right." So I ran over there, and then like Giga and Roman were right there, and I'm like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "I got a picture. Let's go."
Hell yeah, that was a great picture. That was after Roman's fight, then, right?
Yeah, it was like the 3rd, 4th, or 5th fight. Like they were like right by the concourse. I think they were going down to the press level seats or whatever, the lower seats. Okay. And then like we just got lucky and just saw them coming down there, and we got pictures with them.
Dude, that's awesome, man.
And then with Emmett, we went to a barbecue place, and he was actually there when we went, so that was kind of lucky too.
Yeah, that's cool as shit. That was like the next day. I thought when I first seen him, I thought it was at like, maybe like an after party club or something like that. But no, you just ran into him getting some barbecue,
at like 4 o'clock in the evening.
That is cool, dude. That's freaking cool. Saba says, was Josh Emmett's win for you a robbery?
No,
oh, yeah.
I don't think it was a robbery. It was close. I think Emmett did enough to win. I just kind of thought Cater did more rounds 2, 4, and 5, but.
Right.
Either way, I'm not mad.
Right. Yeah. Effie's here. What's up, Effie? He said, so crazy that you were at the fights.
Yeah, it was fun, dude. If anyone hasn't gone, you gotta go. Gotta go at least once.
Definitely. Especially hopefully you get a card like that. Saba said Kyle Dawkins, the biggest donut of the month. He did too, dude.
I just dropped my head when that happened. I was like, oh.
It was so I don't really think it had anything to do with that headbutt. He got headbutted pretty good, but then because he got dropped right after that with a punch, and then that knee was sick. But
that knee was crazy.
I had the same feeling, the exact same terrible feeling that I had when that happened to Mark Antonio Barriute. Because like it's a dude that's so durable that's never been finished. So you're just expecting a dogfight like they always have. And then all of a sudden they get knocked out in 30 seconds. Like Dawkins has been a warrior, you know what I mean? And then man, he got dropped like that, and you're like, no way.
Or even like Court McGee. I was just like shocked. I'm like, oh my god, because he was out. Like he went back.
Dude, I was watching tape on Jeremiah Wells, and he had a fight that he against another dude in like a regional scene thing where he did the same thing. Dude came in through that left hook, and he's got like super long arms. Caught that dude with the end of his left hook just like that on the chin, like right on the end, knocked him out cold, just like McGee. Like it was crazy how similar them were. Yep. We got my boy BCS Express in here. What's up, man? What's up, Eric? I'm glad you got with this live. Saba said, I'm happy you enjoyed the trip to Austin, Johnny. Really wants to hear. Yeah, you guys
only eat barbecue in Texas. I'm telling you, man. We had like 3 times we ate barbecue. It was so good.
so different. Different. Effie said, how loud was it when Yanaz won? Crazy.
It was the loudest out of the night. Like all the fights, every craziness that thing happened that night. Yanez winning, and then like his little speech at the end, like you couldn't even hear him.
Yeah, he was pumping out. Even with Kevin Hollins, did they go nuts for him too? Yeah,
like I said, I think Yanez, like man, he got the crowd crazy after that.
Yeah, Broke Bet said, man, Jack Madda Delena and Yanez got them similar hands, flashing up.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. Man, Yanez's hands are fast, and he hits hard, and he's got like good pressure, and he cuts the cage off well. Like he sets traps, dude, and just his hands are so fast, and he's tough too. Like it's super tough.
You wouldn't think.
Not afraid to take them punches, and that's the thing. Like he'll take one to give you one, and his is going to be more accurate and stronger. Dude's a beast, man. Because like I haven't been fully sold on him yet, like 100%, because he's kind of been fighting lower level guys, but he looks good doing it. But like with Costa piecing up, I'm sold on him now. Definitely sold on him.
Yeah, I was pretty high on Yanez, but like after each time, like you said, he's like showing me like, okay, I really got to like be on this guy because he's really good. Like he just keeps improving, and I'm like, this is insane. I was surprised he wasn't even ranked yet, but now he's like ranked number 15th. He's finally in the rankings. I'm like, geez.
Right.
Crazy. But there's a ton of good bantamweights coming up too, so that's a really tough division.
Ton of them. There's a ton of good lightweights, man. Like even like that Guram, who's super good. He's ranked only 27th, and like and he's a beast. Man, MMA is getting nice. It's getting real nice. We got our boy Raw Torques in the house. He said the doc is bear market as of late. Yeah, man. With him and his brother Chris, dude. Yeah. Got to bet against him, I guess.
Yeah, I always thought Kyle was the little bit better Dawkins, if you want to say, but it's tough.
Right.
Kyle looked good in his last fight. I know he in the last couple fights actually, but man, he laid an egg. But then again, maybe Delitse leveled up because I've never seen Delitse look that good.
Yeah, he looks super good, man.
That's how he should be looking, because like he's a dangerous dude. In his last few fights, I'm just like, man, he's kind of underwhelming, and like he just kind of plays with his opponents and he doesn't really do anything. But man, he didn't play he did not play.
No, that dude's powerful. That's for sure. Yep. And he's flexible, man. The way that knee came up and just was able to just crush Daukaus.
That immediately left like a huge mark on Daukaus. Immediately once it hit, I saw it on the big screen.
Yeah,
it just left a huge thing right there right away after he hit. And I'm that was flush.
Yeah, he didn't. Daukaus didn't really get knocked out with that knee. He just got. I mean, it hurt him bad.
Yeah,
he was done. But all right. So we got Effie. This is the beginning of a new era at 155. Tony, Connor, Hooker, RDA, all got to go. Yep. Raw Torque.
All the new people are coming.
Right. Raw Torque. Chris Curtis had a good media day today. I'm thinking KO. A little worried about the wrist injury, but I'm on Curtis. Yeah.
Did he have a wrist injury? I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, I haven't seen nothing about it. I haven't been on anything today either. But he's never been submitted in like 36 fights. And I know if somebody's going to do it, it's going to be, a badass jiu-jitsu guy like Vieira. But I don't know, man. Vieira, I don't know. I'm not sold. BCS Express, Delice raised his game and was tremendous condition. Daukaus seemed intimidated by him.
Yep.
Yeah. Victor, it was a horrible start of the night for me. Yeah, once Daukaus went down, I was down 330. But as soon as that happened, I'm like, because I put in that Hail Mary parlay and I was dumb. Because I don't put them in, instead of just going like 0.25 units or, like a half a unit, like you should, I went 1.5. Like I bet it like one of my regular bets. And if I hadn't done that, I would have won money, but I ended up losing just $80. But
I try to just do like half units and maybe try to get it around like plus 1,000 or plus 800 so I can get a little bit of a profit.
Right.
I mean,
right.
I want to take a chance to get something good. You want to hit that lottery ticket, but
right.
But I hear what you're saying though.
Right. All right. Let's get into this UFC Vegas 57, man. It's a good card. Like I said, a lot of good prospects and a lot of good fights with even some veteran guys. So the first fight that I have wrote down is between Mario Bautista. I know mine's gonna be a little out of order, but we got Mario Bautista.
Are you sure you don't want to start with the co-main event? I'll start with the co-main
event. I know. We're gonna start with Tsarukyan versus Gantna. But the first fight I have is in the bantamweight division. We got Mario Bautista versus Brian Kelleher, and I'll let you start this one off.
All right. Well, my gut was really trying to make me pick Kelleher because I think he's a live dog in this fight, but I'm gonna go with Mario Bautista. I just really like his cardio and his pressure. He does have good striking as well. He's high volume as well, which is always a good thing for me. He has some good wrestling. He doesn't really use it a lot unless he needs to, which I wouldn't in this fight because Kelleher has really good submissions. So that's the only thing I'd be worried about if I was Bautista. But I mean, Kelleher does have a little bit of power, and he has worked on his striking a little bit. The last like 3 or 4 fights I've seen, it's been looking a little better, except the Umar fight. I don't count that one. But but overall, though, I like Bautista. I think he's gonna just push Brian every round, stay in his face, keep him on his back foot, and maybe get a late round knockout or something like that. Because Kelleher does tend to fade as the fight goes on a little bit, but Bautista's cardio is always there. So I'm not really afraid. The only thing I'd be afraid is if Kelleher gets one of his patented guillotines. Other than that, I like Bautista here. But like I said, my gut is trying so hard. I'm like, no, not today. So I got Bautista. I'm going to say by decision, but I can see a late round like knockout or something like that.
Right, man. Yeah, I'm with you. I got Bautista here. It's going to be a tough fight. I expect this fight to be mostly standing because Bautista has pretty good offensive and defensive wrestling. Kelleher has good jiu-jitsu, but like you said, it's really it's not like arm bars and all this. He has the really nice guillotine when guys are trying to take him down. He's real opportunistic with that. But Bautista, man, he's going to have 3 inches of height and 5 inches of reach here, and that's going to be huge. He's just going to be a bigger dude. And I expect this fight to be standing most of the time. If Kelleher tries to take it down, I really don't expect him to get it down. And Bautista showed a good get-up game too. Jay Perrin was able to take him down like twice last fight, and he was able to hop right back up. So I really like that. And in a striking match, I really like Bautista. Stay long. He's got really good leg kicks. He's got a really nice jab. I expect him to use that a lot. He's got a really nice flying knee and step-in knee, like the one he hit Miles Johns with, but he kind of tries that a lot. Like he tried that against Jay Perrin like 10, 15 times. So If he does knock out Kelleher, that's the way I see him getting it. But Kelleher's only been knocked out like one time in his 37 fights. So I don't know if Bautista would knock him out. I think Bautista does what he did to Perrine, just beats up Kelleher for the 3 rounds. If it goes to the ground, he stays safe. He has pretty good jiu-jitsu himself. He has some submissions on his record. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take Bautista by decision, and I actually have him in a parlay with somebody that's way later. But, yeah, I'm with you. Bautista should be a tough fight.
Yeah, I'm not touching this fight. I'm just going to sit back and watch this one. Like I said, I do like Bautista, but, man, I could just see Kelleher getting that guillotine or something crazy. Right. I'm not even going to go for it. And I don't really like the over and under for this one either. I can see it go either way. So I'm just going to sit back and watch this one.
Right. It's like when Bautista was fighting Trevin Jones, he was piecing him up. I mean, it was a good fight, but Bautista was winning. He just got lazy and got caught with one little shovel hook thing. So, yeah, man, he's just got to mind his P's and Q's. Kelleher has that he doesn't really knock people out either. He knocked out Hunter Azure, hit him with that nice check left hook. But I don't see that happening here. I think Bautista's a pretty safe pick, especially with the 3 inches of height and 5 inches of reach. That's going to help a lot.
Yeah.
Yep. In the comments, we got Saba said he's on Bautista. Sophie Simpson, what's up, Sophie? Thanks for joining us again. Said Bautista fitting to get this W for sure. Bout better. He said I'm on Boom. Bout better's on Boom Kelleher.
Okay. I don't blame you. I mean, it can happen. I think he's live, but I just like Bautista just a little bit more.
Right. I just like the size, and his striking is going to be better. Raw Torque said Mario decision. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Dirty Reg in the house. Sup, gangsters? What's up, Reg, man? Thanks for joining us. We got Saba, Timur Valiev. Wow, that's a weird release.
That's very weird. Sam Alvey's still around though.
Right, he will be till the end of time, I guess, man. Effie said he's going to Ego FC and dominate folks. Yeah, or Bellator, man. Yeah. Sophie said, "What's up, guys?" So yeah, man. That's going to be a good fight. This is one of the better fights on the card with some 2 veteran guys. So I do like that.
Yeah.
We'll move on to the next one. Fight number 2 is in the men's light heavyweight division. We got Tafon and Nchukwi versus Carlos Ulberg. I'm going to start this. I actually really like Tafon in this fight. I bet Tafon. I got him at plus 115. I put 3 units to win 3.45. And I really like him here, man. Carlos Ulberg hasn't showed me anything. Like, he's got good kickboxing. You've seen against Kennedy and Jokwanu or whatever, and Nchukwi. That he can go nuts. He can throw combos. He can throw with power. But he really like doesn't KO guys. Like, I don't feel like he has that one shot knockout stuff. And then he can also get tired, and it looked like he doesn't like to get hit. But Kennedy was hitting him, and it looked like he didn't like to get hit. Then in his second fight, I lost in the Kennedy fight on him. Then I bet him again against Fabio Cherant, and I feel like we got lucky that Fabio Cherant didn't want to fight. Like, he got punched one good time, I believe, at the end of the first or beginning of the second. After that, it swelled his eye up, and he didn't want to throw no more punches, because in the first round, like, Ulberg was faster and throwing good punches, but every time Cherant threw, he was hitting him, and it looked like it would like hurt Ulberg a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like he doesn't like to get hit, and he doesn't take damage very well. And I don't think he has the greatest cardio. Tafon, dude, is a beast, man. If you go watch him fight Mike Rodriguez, which again, Mike Rodriguez like ain't great, but Mike Rodriguez would give Ulberg a good fight. But like, just in the clinch, man, is where I like him. Up against the cage, he throws mean elbows. He works the body. I think he'll be able to land some takedowns. Like, I think he's going to beat up Ulberg. And at the end of the first round, if Ulberg hasn't KO'd him, which Ulberg couldn't KO Cherant or Kennedy, I don't know. Tafon has like one of the biggest heads I've ever seen in my entire life. If he doesn't KO Tafon in that first round, it's over, because Tafon's going to beat up him, and he's going to go back to his corner looking beat down after getting roughed up on the cage. It's in the small cage too. That's another thing I really like, because then Ulberg doesn't have a giant cage to move around, use his kickboxing. So I really like Tafon here. I think Tafon should be minus like 180 in this fight. I don't know what Ulberg has showed anybody to be the favorite in this fight, and I really like Tafon, man. Like, I seen it a couple weeks ago. I couldn't wait to go get my bet in. But yeah, man, how'd you see this fight?
Yeah, I see the same exact thing. I like Tafon. I actually took Tafon in his last fight against that Russian guy, and he was winning both rounds. And in between rounds 2 and 3, his corner told him to go finish him, and then he got super aggressive. He tried rushing in and trying to finish him, and that's when he got that flying knee I think it was, and he got knocked out there. So if that didn't happen, he would have won that fight. And honestly, if he can do the same exact thing, and that Russian guy is better than Ulberg by far. So I'm just not sold on Ulberg either. Just like you said, I think he's he's a tale of two tapes. His first fight, he went all out, gassed himself out, and then he got knocked out in the second round super early. And then in his last fight, he was super timid. He didn't want to throw a lot of punches. He just did like a lot of low kicks to Fabio Cherant, who's not good at all. He made that a lot closer than it needed to be, and he barely won that. And that's not a good look because Tafon's going to beat you if you do that. So I like Tafon here. I also got a bet. I got him a little bit later because I couldn't make any bets in Texas. I did like him. So I got him at plus 100. I'm cool with plus
Still
money.
Good money. Yeah.
I also did the over 1.5 in this fight because I really feel like
I like that.
Because Tafon isn't like, balls or guns blazing, like balls to the wall. Like I'm going for it. He likes to like slowly like chop away, piece you up a little bit. He does have the power to knock you out, but like he said, Ulberg doesn't want to get hit, so he's going to keep backing up. I think it's going to be like a circle dance for like a round and a half. And if there is going to be a finish, it's going to be later than a round and a half. So I'm going with that. I think I got it at minus 170, 175 range. But I really like Tafon though.
Yeah, I like it going over a round and a half because I don't see this fight being at range like a ton. Like I think Tafon's going to come in with the smart game plan, and like I said, it doesn't even seem like Ulberg hits that hard anyway.
No.
So, like I know he's a good kickboxer, and plus he has no experience. He's like 3-1. I know Tafon is only 6-2, but he's fought a lot more experienced guys. Like he fought William Knight outside the UFC. He's fought Jinh Park. He's fought, some real experienced guys. Mike Rodriguez, where Ulberg has only fought Fabio Cherant, who's 0-2, and then Kennedy, which he should never get knocked out by. Which Kennedy's not bad, but it's like, you know what I mean? You don't want to get knocked out by him.
Exactly. It's not a good look either.
I think Carlos in a bigger cage would be better. I don't know why he ain't on the card next week with Izzy.
True.
That would have made more sense for him and been better.
I can just see Ulberg just circling the cage. I know it's a smaller cage, but I think he's just going to be circling a lot. And Tafon's going to have to like chase him down, which he's pretty good at doing. But like I said, I think this is going to be kind of like a kickboxing match a little bit, but just very low volume at first. And maybe they start coming or they go a little bit harder in the second round. But that first round, I bet you it's going to be slow as shit. Like I don't see anything happening at all in that first round. That's why I took the over. And I don't think there's going to be a finish.
No, I don't.
If it is, it's gonna be a knockout by Tafon in the third round when Ulberg gets hit a couple times in the leg and he just gives up.
Right. Yep. Because Tafon's from a Muay Thai background before he got into MMA, and then Ulberg's from kickboxing. And I like Muay Thai. Muay Thai.
Me too.
Valbetter said yes to go and not to go the distance minus 115. Saba said Cody betted his life savings on Tafon, and possibly I want to.
It's a good bet.
I see him win, especially at plus money. I might have to switch our pick to Tafon. Broke Bet said I might have to switch our pick to Tafon. Tafon's defensive guard against strikes is good. Yeah, he's got a real high guard. And dude, like that knockout to that Russian was crazy because Tafon literally named me somebody with a bigger head in MMA to take a shot. Like he's just like all muscle and then his head. But that Russian just got him with that flying knee, man. Like you said, his corner telling him to go out for the win. If he just fought the same way.
It was so unfortunate too, because he was like a plus 150, 160 underdog, and I had him and I took him. I'm like, dude, he's gonna win this one. And then he just went like head first, going for the knockout, and he was doing perfect. And then boom, out.
Yep. My boy Mike said Tafon better show up this time. I got him in a bunch of parlays. He said Ulberg is soft like my chances. Whoop. He said running away from the water buffalo. No, that's what he. And dude, I'm telling you, when he would get touched by Cherant in that first, because Cherant I think only hit him like 13 times. Yeah, it's like when he did, dude, you could tell Ulberg just don't like getting hit. And Tafon's going to do a lot of that. He's going to get him up against cage. He's going to hit him. So, Sophie said, I like Tafon in this spot all day. Yep, I'm with her.
It's a great underdog play. If you can get him at plus money, if you haven't done it yet, I would do it right now.
Yeah, because I think he's the favorite now, or it's like a even money, like minus 110, minus 115.
like DraftKings has it minus 110, but Caesar's the one that we use. I got it at plus 100, right? Like actually early this morning.
Nice. Yeah, Effie, love Tafon here. He said thought I could snag plus 120, but ended up getting plus 105. But yeah, that's good. Everybody too, go check out Effie's breakdown videos. He has great breakdown videos every week too.
Yep, I think it just came out too.
Yeah, I just watched it this morning. Dirty Reg, I took the Russian guy you speak of. Now I think it's time to jump back on Tafon. Yep, Reg is right. Broke Bet said over 1.5 is a great call. Yeah, I think so too. Dirty Reds said don't seem like either got killer instinct. I love the over too. Yeah.
Tafon has the power to do it, but like you said, I don't think he has that like killer mentality where he wants to go in and going for it because he tried that last fight and look what happened. Right. So he might be a little hesitant, but I still think he's the better fighter by far.
Yeah, like if you watch the fight with Mike Rodriguez, man, he just likes to wear on you. Like Mike Rodriguez is really good in the clinch with elbows and knees, and he was clinching Rodriguez up against the cage the whole time and going elbow for elbow with him, and beating him up, and then landed some takedowns. And I think Tafon will be able to land some takedowns here too. And then what's Ulberg going to do? He's a kickboxer with 5 professional fights now. So it's like we'll get to see. But Tafon's jiu-jitsu ain't the greatest. Like he'll land takedowns, but it's hard for him to hold people down, it seems like. So
he's more like a ground and pound guy. Like he'll let people up because he's more worried about hitting them.
Yeah, Mikey said Johnny with the fire breakdown. I agree. Saba said Tafon right now is minus 111. So yeah, it's getting right to even money. He said you have to make these guys land the beautiful KO shot. Yeah, you have to like give it to them. Dirty Reg, Ulberg got off the gas big time against he cruised, like he didn't even want to fight. He knew because Fabio stopped throwing punches. He stopped, I think, after because he got his eye busted, dude. I think he stopped throwing punches after that.
Well, plus Ulberg, he went balls out in the first round in the first fight, and he lost in the second. So I knew he was gonna like tone it down a bit, and he might do that again.
But it's like Menefield took down Shayilan, choked him out in like a minute 30, and then William Knight knocked him out in like 2 minutes. Like he should be handling Fabio Shayilan.
I remember I took the under 1.5 in that fight, and I was mad.
Dirty Reg was saying I'd rather take the guy that just got caught with the flash KO than that was Tafon. Billy the Kid, what's up, bro?
What's up, Billy?
He said you guys are awesome. He said let's make that bread this weekend. Definitely. Great card. Yep, Sophie. I had the under in that Fabio fight. I was pissed. There was.
Yep, so was I. I had it.
There was no urgency in that fight whatsoever from either guy. It was kind of terrible. All right, we're gonna move on to the next fight. Fight number 3 is in the men's bantamweight division. We got Umar Nurmagomedov versus Nate Maness, and I will let you break this one down.
All right. Well, I'm going with my man Umar. I know the line is crazy right now. I have him in one of my parlays. I think I got him like around minus 650 or something. But I think it's worth it. I think he's the real deal. At least right now, I think he is. He has really good grappling. He's got really good striking. He's got really good kicks. He kicks a lot more than I would want him to, if that makes sense. But he doesn't really throw his hands too much. When he does, he can connect, and he has some good power. But Maness, I mean, he has good grappling as well. I always think back to the Gravely fight where he got lucky because if there was like 5 or 10 more seconds left, he would have been knocked out. And he got lucky, and then he knocked Gravely out like shortly after that in a second. So, I mean, he's a solid fighter. I just don't think he's on Umar's level. I think Umar has him beat in pretty much every category: wrestling, grappling, striking. But Nate can hold his own. I'll give him that. But I do think Umar is going to eventually finish him, maybe later in the fight. I think the over is 1.5, and I was really looking at the over in this one. But something told me not to do it. But I like Umar to get the late submission, maybe like a club and sub, something like that, where he jumps on his back after he hits him, maybe with a high kick or something like that he's not looking at. So I like Umar here. I know the line's crazy. Probably not a good idea to bet it right now, but if you want to throw it in like one of your safe parlays just for an extra boost, go ahead.
Right. Yeah, man. I agree with that, dude. Umar is crazy. He's not like the normal Dagestan fighters, man. He like you said, he throws a ton of kicks. Like he really throws more kicks than boxing. Yeah. But he's got fast kicks, man, fast legs, like with his lead leg or his power leg. It doesn't matter. Like he's throwing quick. The question mark kicks come so quick. The dude's just really good. He hit Brian Kelleher with one real quick, dude, and it's like Kelleher gave him the look like, was that your leg? Like off of Austin Powers, member with gold member. So it's yeah, man, his punches are fast. But he doesn't use them as much, but his punches aren't bad.
Yeah.
But his kicks are awesome. Body kicks, head kicks, leg kicks. His wrestling is different kind of too than most Dagestani guys. Like, I don't think it's not like he's bad at wrestling, but I just don't think he's as good as like a Khabib. Like when Khabib grabs you the first time, he's taking you down. Umar, like with Brian Kelleher and even Morozov, it took him a little bit, a couple chain wrestling tries to get it down. But once he did, he's able to get that back, get that rear naked choke quick.
Yep.
Dude is just really good, man. He's already really well rounded. Obviously 14-0 undefeated, and Khabib, I believe it's his cousin. So he's probably been training with him his whole life. So, I see this fight. Like when Nate Maness, man, this guy, like I didn't bet this fight. I didn't throw Umar in any parlays. I think he's going to win, but his price was just too high. Yeah. And like Nate Maness is like a prospect killer, dude. Like he finds, he gets beat up the whole fight, and then he finds a way to win. Like he with Johnny Munoz. I mean, that should have been a draw. He did get the win, but he fought good. Like he was getting taken down. He fought out of the submissions. And then against Gravely, like you said, he got knocked out. He got knocked out at the end of the first round. I mean, he was like out, and the bell hit, and then he got a chance to get up, and it looked like he was still out in his corner, but he came back and fought and hit him with a big shot. And that's the only thing I'm worried about. I'm worried about same thing, Luke Sanders. Luke Sanders beat him up that first round, came out the second round, tired out a little bit, and then he knocked him out, or actually choked him out of club himself. But that's the reason I stayed away, because Nate Maness, he's real big. He's going to have 2 inches of height and 3 inches of reach, and he's not bad. He's like real well-rounded everywhere, and he does have power. So I didn't see much value in adding Umar into any parlays. I do think he's going to win. I think he's either going to end him with a body shot, because Nate Maness has been hit, and his only loss was from a body kick. And he's real tall and skinny, and Umar throws a lot of good body kicks or the rear naked choke. If Umar does get the takedown, it could be over shortly thereafter. His rear naked choke is so good. So I'm going to take Umar. I'm going to take him either by rear naked choke or by body kick knockout. But man, it's gonna be the whole time it's on the feet, man. Especially if like it's one of them things like Timur Valiev versus Trevin Jones too, where they're just beating him up so bad that first round, where they get kind of lackadaisical in that second or third, and then Maness catches him with a shot. So I hope that none of that happens, because Umar is a huge prospect. But yeah, give me Umar. I finish, but I didn't bet it. What's the line on Umar by like sub or KO?
I think if you do a finish, I think I looked, it was minus like 150. So it's not too bad. If you do it by like KO or submission, either one, it's plus money. So I would do the finish, because I just can't, like if I do sub, it's gonna be a KO. If I do a KO, it's gonna be a sub. Like I just know it.
Right. Yeah, I like that, the finish line, man. When I went to the casino, they didn't have any over-unders or props like that up, so I couldn't get my hands on any. But I do like Nurmagomedov to get the finish. But yeah, he's got to mind his P's and Q's, man. True. Ness is dangerous.
Yeah, and like you said, like Umar's wrestling is not the greatest. You would think it's a little bit better because of the name, But when it's on the ground, and his grappling is great. Like he has great transitions. Like he's really quick, and he'll get to the back real quick, and like you're done. But it's just hard for him to get the fight to them, because that doesn't have the great takedown accuracy, if you want to say.
Right. I feel like when the other dudes was taking time learning Dagestani wrestling, he was learning striking, because his striking is top notch. But yeah, man, when he's on the ground, dude, like with Kelleher, he didn't even barely fully get him down. He just had him up against the cage, kind of got him down and took his back. And within 3 seconds, like, dude, he was on that rear naked choke so quick. So yeah, man, I see something like that happen in this fight. So I'm on Umar too. You said you threw him in a parlay. Yeah, I threw him in I call it the monster parlay this week with the 3 big ones. The 3 Armand, Shavkat, and that gave you pretty good odds too. I mean, I got even money pretty much. Like plus 106, 110 range, somewhere around there. I did that one earlier before I left for Texas, so that was like the only bet I had. And I'm like looking at the lines. I'm like, dang it, I can't do anything. Yep. And with Umar, man, you got that good at minus 650, because he's huge now. It's minus 800 or 1,000 or something like that. Yeah, Sophie said Umar all day. Mikey said hedge $10 on Maness. Yeah, because I mean, yeah, he's worth it. He's got a path to victory of landing a lucky shot. Saba, if your opponent surname is Nurmagomedov, you know you fucked. Yeah, that's not what
it's never a good sign.
Asking your manager why you're doing this, man. Mike said, because I too like to live dangerously. LOL, hedge it. Effie said, it's scary betting on overs with Umar because I don't know how much he'll pursue the takedown here. I don't think Coach Khabib wants a long fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Oh, BCXS Express said Umar's minus 1,100 on FanDuel now.
That's crazy.
Khabib was never that big of a favorite in any of his UFC fights. That's wild. And Nate Maness is not bad. What is he, 14-1?
14-1, yeah.
Yeah. Raw Torque said 20 on Maness, worth the shot. Elbow cuff. Right. Yeah. I agree. I think that it's worth a sprinkle, especially if you're hedging something or something like Mikey's saying.
Yeah.
Dev the dude. Dev, what's up,
Dev?
bro? Everybody go check out Dev's breakdowns too. Him and Sal the Red, man. They do good stuff all the time. His Instagrams.
Sure. They always put their stuff out super early.
Yeah, super early. And they got a funny Instagram. Go check out his Instagram.
Yeah.
So let's fucking go.
Right.
Fire card.
It is.
Effie said BCS Express not even against shop class teacher Daryl Horcher, right? BCS. Dirty Red said if Vanessa is as good as everyone is thinking, he should at least make it to the judges' scorecard. Umar by decision, banana in the tailpipe play. Right. That's a good quick breakdown right there, though. It really is. 100 for sub on DK. Dev minus 150 lock for the finish. Yep. Broke Bet said he has no KOs on his record, but he can easily put him down with the club and sub.
That's what I was leaning towards. Like if he does get a finish, it's going to be like a club and sub, or he's going to get this fight to the mat and get a submission.
Right. Yeah. Yep. Wish I could bet Umar by rear naked. Yeah. Because he's got like 6 of them or something like that.
Yeah. Some books do that. None of my books do though, but that's pretty cool.
Right. Yep. Dev the dude just posted picks for 276 PFL and Bellator. Yeah, man, he's on his game. He's on his game. Yeah, he gets picks for everything. So definitely check out his channel, man. I always check it out every week. I look at all this stuff. And he's a good dude. Saba said, have a dilemma for Johnny. Eating Texas barbecue for the rest of your life free or get your ass kicked by the whole Nurmagomedov family for $1 million.
Ooh, define ass kicked. Is it like grappling or like punches in the face? Because I'll do grappling. That's fine. I mean, I'll get my ass kicked on purpose then.
Right. I need that $1 million. I don't know, man. I think they just beat you up in the mouth.
I gotta protect the moneymaker, guys. Come on.
Right. Dev said, thanks, Majisa. Much love. Yep. To you too, Dev, man. Keep making that good content.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna move on to the next fight where I have Cody Durden versus JP Buys. And I'm going to start this off. This is going to be a good fight, man. Both these guys got really good wrestling. I'm not really sure who's going to have the better wrestling out of these two dudes. It's going to be real close. Both got excellent scrambles. Both got excellent submissions. They both got about pretty much the same striking, which is pretty good. You know, it's not like world class, but they both got pretty good striking. I would say just the difference is JP Buys' chin. He doesn't seem to be able to take a punch very well, but he does go very hard in the first round. So I actually picked I think it's either JP Buys gets the submission in the first round. That's what I'm going to call for. I think they're going to get in a lot of scrambles because JP Buys had Montel Jackson fighting up at 135, and Montel Jackson's like 5'10". He's just so much bigger. He had him in a couple of tight guillotines and even almost a rear naked choke. So I feel like if he can get Cody Durden in them same spots, he'll probably be able to get him out of there. I wanted to bet the under on this fight. It was at plus 140, but when I went to the casino last night, they didn't even have the over-unders out, so I didn't get to do that. But yeah, man, I think that these guys are pretty evenly matched everywhere. I just think that JP Buys might be a little more explosive, and I think in that first round, he's going to be able to out-wrestle Durden, and he might be able to get a submission. That's what I'm taking is JP Buys by submission. I wanted to bet the under, but I didn't, so I don't have any bet on this fight, but I do like that.
Yeah, no, I could totally see that because this was a tough one for me. I ended up going with Corey Durden though because I think he has the slightly better wrestling, and I think he has the slightly better striking with more power if it's on the feet. I do favor Durden for sure because, like you said, Baez tends to get rocked a little bit and a little bit hittable. And I think Durden can rock him and maybe get him to the ground. But that might not be a good idea because I do think Baez has more of a submission threat, better grappling exchanges and stuff like that. And Durden, we saw in his last couple fights, like he can get subbed real easy. And in the weirdest situations, like you think he's winning it and then he'll lose. So that's the only thing that scares me with this fight. If this fight plays out on the feet, which that's what I think Cody needs to do, I think Durden will take this one. But it's going to be I don't know if there's going to be a finish. If it's going to be, I think it's going to be Baez. But, man, it's a close fight. But I do like Durden. I like the striking, I think, a little bit better. And the wrestling, but I just hope he doesn't use his wrestling. I'm not going to lie. I don't have a bet on this or anything, though. I'm just going to watch it. But I'm going to say Cody Durden wins by decision. I think they'll go to decision.
Right. Yeah. And it's lined really close for a reason. I don't know if you can trust either one of these guys, you know. So
it's hard. They both kind of look bad in their last couple fights.
Right.
And I know some, depending on the opponents you're looking at, because Cody had to fight the name that we can never say.
Yeah,
Morozov, something like that.
Yeah, Makiev or something like that.
So I don't blame him for losing because it was crazy. So yeah, it's going to be a close, weird fight. It can go either way.
You got Durden with the Durden in the over, Durden by decision.
I got Durden by decision. I'm not going to touch it by a bet or anything like that. I could see it go any possible way. So I don't blame anybody for doing whatever they want because I could see it happening anyway. I could see Baez a submission, like you said. I could see a Durden knockout. I could see a Durden decision. I don't really see a Baez decision. So maybe those are the three outcomes that I see the most, which is probably why I lean towards Durden.
Yeah, I agree with that. That makes a lot of sense. Saba says I'm having it. He's choosing Cody Durden. Dev said I had Baez at first, then switched to Cody. He said it's tough. Yeah, man. I like Cody's heart more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he just puts himself in bad submission situations where he gets subbed real quick, and you're like, why did he do that?
Right. Broke bets. And if you think about it too, JP Baez does have 2 losses and he hasn't looked good in the UFC, but man, the dudes he's losing to, I mean, Bruno Silva, who's a stud, which Bruno Silva would eat Cody Durden too. And then Montel Jackson up at 135, which he would eat up Cody Durden. And JP Baez was a huge prospect. So maybe people's getting him at a cheap line here, but yeah, man, I don't know. I do think I don't know. Yeah, like you said, I have no bets on it. I kind of feel like it finishes, but then maybe it doesn't. Maybe they just stand up and box the whole time, and then they get some grappling exchanges and stuff, and it doesn't.
Because Baez is tough. He got rocked a lot against Montel Jackson. He went down, he got knocked down, but he got back up, and he was doing grappling the whole fight because he had to, because he couldn't stand with him. He knew that, so he's not an idiot. So I think Durden's, like Dev said, that Durden's tough too. So he just puts himself in bad situations to get subbed. He doesn't get knocked out.
That Jimmy Flick one, man, that flying
that was
triangle
insane. Yeah,
it was crazy. Broke bets. He said I got Durden. Real News MMA. What's up, Real News? Thanks for joining us, bro.
What up, bro?
He said I have Baez in this one. Dirty Red said I faded Durden for Makiev.
Oh yeah.
I'm not fading him for Baez. Okay, yeah, I agree with that. About better Baez gases. This is true. Mike Martin, Dirty is our dirty little secret. JP has some dirty little secrets too, poor guy. Hey. Yeah, you just ran into one of them.
Yeah,
you got pictures of one of them.
He was a monster, dude.
Broke. But yeah, that Jimmy Flick sub was crazy, man. But that JP Baez via submission plus 400. Yeah, because I mean, if he does, I don't see him knocking out Durden.
But I think that's the way he wins.
His subs are nice, man. I think he's got better jiu-jitsu than Durden. Like I think so too. The wrestling's close, but I think better jiu-jitsu for a round, anyways, or two.
Yeah.
JP is a man scorned, rooting for the kid. Dev said Baez is just okay. I think Cody gets a sub. Baez IQ is right. Yeah. That's why I like a finish in this fight, because both of them's kind of like their fight IQ's a little lower, but they're both good. I like Durden. Baez gets dropped too easily. I bet on him, in my opinion. Effie said, yep. Dev said, about better. About better said, I like this one going the distance. Should be an entertaining bout. Yeah, man. If it does go the distance, it's going to be a really good bout because you're going to see some stand up from both of them, which should be about even. But then you got the scrambling. But that's the thing, man. The wrestling may cancel out, and it just might be like a lower paced boxing match. So yeah, that definitely could happen.
It's just a weird fight to predict. I mean,
it's gambling.
I can see it go. Yeah, I could see it go a lot of different ways. Yeah, it's hard to tune in on one thing. So that's why I stayed away from this one.
I hope it goes over, and it was just like a sign when I got to the casino that there was no over under bets and then it just goes over, you know. And
there's already bad juju on this fight, so I don't know if you want to do it, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. I seen that. People's already betting Cody or the under real big.
Yeah, you don't want to touch it. I wouldn't.
Sophie said not betting this one, over 1.5 if anything. Yep, that could hit definitely.
I don't know what the line is on that, but that might be a good parlay piece for sure.
Yep. All right, let's get into fight number 5. We have TJ Brown versus Shayilan Nuerdanbieke. I'm gonna let you start this one off.
All right. So this is a very interesting fight because both guys aren't the greatest, I don't think, but I do think TJ Brown is the better fighter of the two because I'm not impressed with Shayilan at all. Like, he is super low volume on the feet. He does have some power in his hands, but he just doesn't throw enough. Like, it's hard. Like, he tries to go for wrestling takedowns and tries. And if he does get the takedown, he doesn't hold them down on the ground, and the people keep getting back up and up and up. And like, to me, TJ Brown, he can get up all day on this guy, and he can do the wrestling as well and keep Shayilan down. I don't think there's going to be a finish in this fight because both guys are really tough, but I just think TJ Brown's the better fighter here overall. And it's just a weird fight. This is going to be a boring fight, I think. But I like TJ to win this one a lot. Like, he's actually one of my no-brainer picks of the night or the card because I just don't see how Shayilan wins this one. And I know he has a crazy record of like 36-10. But don't let that fool you guys. Do not let that fool you. He beat a lot of bums in the regional Chinese scene or whatever you want to say it was. But no, TJ Brown actually looked pretty good in his last fight. Who did he fight? I can't remember offhand. But he looked pretty good. Charles Rosa. So and he's a solid guy. And I think Charles Rosa is way better than Shayilan. So I like TJ Brown here. I got him in a parlay, and I also got the over 2.5 in this fight. I do like the over a lot. I don't see anyone finishing anybody here, though.
Right. Yeah. Man, this one was so weird for me to even choose one. Like, I was definitely staying away from it from the betting stance. It should be a good fight. Both these guys, like, the thing I was really looking at, and then I just couldn't bring myself to bet it, was the under, though, because, like, Shayilan has 36 wins. He has 29 finishes, 13 sub and 16 KO. And he's been finished 7 times himself out of his 10 losses. So that's 36 finishes out of his 46 fights. And then TJ Brown, 16-8. He's been finished 6 times out of his 8 losses. And he's finished 13 of his 16 wins by stoppage. So both these dudes really do get a lot of finishes or get finished in their wins and losses. And at first, like, for my prediction video, I picked Shayilan Nuerdanbieke by sub because I just figured maybe because TJ Brown has like bad fight IQ, in my opinion. Sometimes, like when he fought Danny Chavez, and instead of trying to wrestle him at all, he just let him beat up his leg for the first 2 rounds before he started to. But like, the more I think about it, I was looking at bets. I think that TJ Brown, because like I watched TJ Brown and Rosa again, and he almost had Rosa submitted a couple times. And Rosa's really good. He's a black belt, but he's really good at getting out of really tough submissions. Bryce Mitchell had him in a ton of submissions. He was able to get out. And TJ Brown, man, almost had him out of there a couple times. And I feel like if he does get Shayilan in some of them arm triangles or rear naked or something, that it's going to be over. So I'm actually going to switch, and I'm going to take TJ Brown by submission. I think that, though, that this whole fight's going to be like crazy. Like, I'm not betting it. I'm not betting over under or nothing, but I think that both these guys, it's going to be crazy scrambles, crazy wrestling. And then I see Shayilan getting tired before TJ. Yeah. And TJ ended up getting on top and getting like an arm triangle. So I'm actually going to call a second round arm triangle for TJ Brown, but I'm not betting this fight. I'm staying away, man. It's it's tough. It's tough, definitely.
True. Yeah, and the reason why I didn't do like a submission or a finish for TJ Brown is, I mean, I don't remember when was the last time he finished somebody. I'm just looking right now. You got decision. He lost by so the Contender Series, like almost 3 years ago.
Right.
So it's like he's not really like a big submission threat. I can totally see him getting a submission though, he just doesn't like scare me to like get a decision or not a decision. I'm sorry, but a submission or a knockout. And same thing with Shayilan. To me, like he's submitting and knocking out guys that are like
low level
losing records. Like let me look. For instance, let's see. He rear naked choked somebody recently. He was 6-9. He 13-14. He finished somebody 9-7-1. 24-18. Like these guys are just.
But they both get finished by low level guys too, though. You know what I mean? So it's like, but they're both more higher level than the guys they've been getting finished. But it could though. It could easily go.
I think the weirdness is gonna like cancel each other out, and just nothing is gonna happen.
Right. Because man, I wanted to bet the under was plus a bunch of money, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. But I did like it. But both these guys, man, it's hard to even trust TJ Brown because every fight, like he beat Kai Kamaka, but did he beat Kai Kamaka? I feel like I had a bet on TJ Brown. I think that fighting, I thought Kai Kamaka beat him. Chavez beat him. He looked pretty good against Rosa, but I don't think Rosa's all that good. So I don't know if TJ Brown should be minus 200 against anybody.
Yeah, I'm just not impressed with this guy, to be honest. And if he didn't get subbed by Rosa, I mean, that's a good look right there. I mean, I don't think Rosa should be able to submit TJ Brown before Shayilan or submits him.
Right. But TJ was on top a lot in that fight. I don't know. Shayilan dude might have better wrestling than TJ. I don't know. They both got good wrestling. I don't know.
It's gonna be it's a weird fight. Like, trust me, I went through it, but I'm just like, man, I really like TJ Brown. Maybe I'm just fading Shayilan so bad, and I shouldn't be, but.
Like he didn't even look. His last loss was to Kutabao, and he didn't even look that bad in that fight. I mean, you know what I mean? Yeah. He didn't get beat up as bad as Choi just did. But let's see what the chat's saying.
Yeah.
Dev said I see a lot of finishes now after last week. Brown, he's out of Glory MMA, and I do like that, man. I love Glory MMA guys. James Krause is awesome, man. Yep. Solar Warden, what's up, man? Thanks for joining us. He said, "What's up, gents?" He said, "I'm late, so I'm starting from the beginning." 42. He said, "Fucking 42 fucking minutes ago." Fe, any action sportscast said, "I like Brown. I don't like the line though."
Yeah.
Yep.
I think I got him at like minus 200, but I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I do like Brown. I like at first because it was just like I thought the line was off. So I'm like, well, I'll pick Shayilan, but I don't know. It's a tough fight to bet on anyway.
Just what Mike said right there. No Chinese wrestlers. Yeah.
With padded records.
Can't do it.
Michael, what's up, man? He said TJ wrestles with Bryce. This is true with Bryce Mitchell. Yeah.
What up, Michael?
Yep. Broke bets. I can't bet anything but over 1.5 in a parlay in this one. Can't trust these dudes. Yep. Michael said he has TJ on DraftKings. Yeah, that should be a lot of points.
I think he's going to be able to get a lot of takedowns because both these guys' takedown defenses aren't great, which is why I kind of like the over because I think this is going to be more of a wrestling and I just don't think these guys are finishers. Like I know they have a lot of finishes, but maybe I just don't see it. I went back and forth and I'm like, I can't overlook these guys are not scary to me at all. Like both of them aren't. Right. I do think TJ Brown wins this one though.
Yeah, it's so sketchy. Devin Brown said, where at the casino do you put the bets in? Like what casino or I go to the kiosk, but I go to the one in Indiana. Dirty Reds, don't bet this fight. You'll save yourself a headache. Yeah.
We'll see if I get a headache or not.
Yeah. I almost did yesterday. I was thinking about it, but I switched somebody out because like I said, I couldn't get my over under bets in. So Raw Torque, TJ, TKO, KO or sub plus 250. And decision. Yeah, I do like that, man. Kraus and Gloria's on a slight skid. Yeah, they've had a couple of their dudes haven't looked as good lately. Except Molina. Yeah, Molina's looked good. But like what's the one dude's name? Can't remember the one dude that he was just supposed to fight Damon Jackson. I forget.
He's on the tip of my tongue.
But he
Kroom?
yeah,
Not Kroom.
Well, they got him, but I think they had Grant Dawson, right? And I think he went to ATT. But I still like James Krause as a coach. That guy is super good.
He just gets like every little ounce of everything on every one of his fighters. You know what I mean? Like he'll get 115% out of you. Let's put it that way. If you're not that good, he's going to get 115% out of you, and you'll actually be better than what you're.
Oh, he's got Tim Elliott. Dang it, man! I can't. The one dude that choked out TJ Laramie. I keep getting TJ in my head.
Oh crap! What is his name?
But it's the dude that choked out TJ Laramie. But he kind of guesses. He's good though.
Yeah,
he was dead. That was who.
It says TJ is in West Side MMA.
Yeah, not TJ Laramie. It's the dude that he got choked out by TJ. It's the dude that Damon Jackson. Yeah, spending a lot of time on this, but
okay, yeah,
he's like kill or be killed. He's the dude Darren Elkins tapped him out. He just
Minner?
Derek Minner. There we go.
Okay.
There we go. I don't know why I couldn't think of that, but
they're all kind of like. All the people from Glory kind of like merge into like the same fighter because that's who they that's the kind of fighter that they usually get.
Yeah. Saba said, I think it's a hard card to bet on overall.
It is a little tough, yeah.
Yeah, and he said due to the bloated odds, for the All right, we'll move on to fight number 6. We got Raulian Paiva versus Sergey Morozov. If I started the last one or you?
I think I started last time.
Okay. Man, this is gonna be another one of them really close, really even fights. Both these guys are really, really well rounded. I'm gonna give the excuse me slight striking advantage with power to Morozov. He looked good in that first round last fight against Andrade. He ended up gassing himself out, going for the finish and stuff, and then getting finished. But I think that Morozov is going to have the slight striking advantage with a little more power. Definitely have the wrestling advantage. Paiva's got good jiu-jitsu, good scrambles, good get-up game. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu, but he really don't sub people. He usually uses that more to get up. But he does have good scrambles. You've seen with Kyler Phillips, man. They were scrambling back and forth. But in this fight, I'm going to take Sergey by a close decision. I think that it's going to be really close striking. But I believe that in the wrestling that Morozov might be able to land a couple takedowns to kind of sway the judges and get him a decision. But I do definitely see this fight going to decision, and I'm going to take Morozov by like a real close, greasy decision. But I don't have no bets on this fight either way.
Yeah, this is the one fight on the card. I think I looked it over and I'm like, I'm going to come back to this one. And then I did 2 more fights and I went back to this one. I'm like, I'm just going to this was the last one I did out of my card. And I decided to go with Paiva or Paiva, whatever you want to say. Paiva. I think his striking at worst is on par with Sergey's. I actually think it might be just a touch better. And the reason why I say that is because he does have I think his strikes are a little bit quicker. He's the younger guy. He's going to have the longer reach advantage, maybe by a couple inches, I believe. Yeah. He throws a little bit more volume. He is a little more hittable, and that kind of worries me. But yeah, Sergey's going to have the wrestling advantage all day here. And like you said, he does get up, has good get up game. He's got a pretty decent takedown defense at 75% too. So he's going to make him work for it at the very worst. It's not going to be an easy takedown, but and I'm going back to, and I watched both these guys' last fights, and obviously, O'Malley destroyed Paiva, and I can't really give him, O'Malley's on a different level. Let's put it that way. And Sergey's last fight, he looked so good, and then for whatever reason, he just became like a punching bag, and he got cracked a lot. Yeah, that was only 3 months ago, mind you. So I'm kind of worried if he gets cracked a couple times that he's going to start looking like that again. And I think he might lose. And so I know it's a close fight, and you got to look at the little things like this. I do think it's close, but I think Paiva's going to win by a second round knockout. I think he's going to be able to touch him up a little bit in the second round. First round might not look good for him, But maybe depending on Sergey's game plan here, if he wants to do a wrestle heavy game plan, I don't know if he's going to be able to do it for 3 rounds. So that might be a disadvantage. But on the feet, it's going to be real close, like you said. But I think eventually with the reach advantage, I do think his striking is Paiva's striking is a little bit more technical, and I'm just going to lean that way. I don't have a bet on this. I'm not going to touch it one way or another, but I'm just going to lean the underdog here.
Gotcha. Yeah, man, I can't blame you. It's pretty much, it seems like a 50-50 fight, and you're getting the guy with the odds, so can't blame you on that at all, man. You didn't put no bets in or none, just
no, not for this one. I'm going to be really like selective with my bets now. So I'm not going to try to test the waters too much. I'm going to like try to key in on the good stuff and then go for it. This is too close for me. I don't even know what to do over under. I can see a knockout for either one of them. I could see a decision win. I can see both of them winning. Like, it's hard for me to pick anything in this fight, so I'm going to stay away.
Right. You see everything happening.
Yeah. So, it's like JP buys and Durden. It's hard. I can't.
Yep.
I don't want to waste my money gambling. Like we talked about before. Like, we want to make sure we know it's like one or the other instead of this one, this one, this one, and this one. Right.
Because when I first started, I would do my 5 bets every week, and then maybe 6, and then after a while, I'm watching more tape, and I'm like, well, this person's going to win too, and I'm getting up to like 8 or 9 bets. But man, it's hard to bet 8 or 9 or 10 bets on a card and feel confident in all of them. Because even though I know, like, I feel confident in every bet I put in, like this bet's going to win for the most part. Like sometimes, there's not that many good bets to make, but I don't know, man. I like to put in the bets that ain't going to be like close fights like that. Yeah. Even though I do got one in this weekend, though. I do got one in because I couldn't get my over-unders, so I had to take like the last guy on my list, but I still like him, which is actually this fight coming up, fight number 8. But we'll see what these guys say though, real quick about that last fight. Rick James, what's up, Rick James? Said, let's go. It's MMA season. Dev, he's got Sergey all day. Okay. This is my boy Tyler I grew up with. What's up, Cody? Just stopping by to say what's up and showing great support. It's Dean's birthday, so got to get back to the movie. Thanks for stopping by and tell Dean I said what's up. Hopefully see you guys here next weekend. Mike, no bet. It's a trap. Yep, I hear that. Broke bets. Paiva has the kicks. Morozov doesn't throw kicks. Yeah,
that's true. I didn't think about that.
Right. Rautor says Morozov by decision. Yeah,
I can see that.
That's
like
what
I could see everything. Like it this is one of those fights. It's one of those fights.
By first round KO. Yeah. Mikey said Paiva gonna look good. Rick James said I've got Paiva because O'Malley is gonna be the 135 GOAT. That is debatable, but he is good. He is definitely really good.
I was just watching. Good. I don't know about the GOAT, but I think he's going to be real good, though.
Right. I was just watching some of his stuff last night for next week.
Yeah.
Effie said, appreciate the talks about your guys' gambling thought process. Yeah. And I earlier with the 9 bets, though, man, but I usually feel great. I got off track, but I usually feel great about my 5 bets. Like these 5 are going to win, but even with knowing that I'm still like 2 is probably going to lose. Like I just want to win that 3 out of 2 because, but every bet I put in, but like I know when I do 9, some of it's just straight gambling.
True.
Like some of it, but
yeah, I've been noticing that with me. I usually do like 7, 8, 9 bets, and I'm like at least 1 or 2 of those bets I didn't have to do, and I wasn't really 100% confident in those. I'm like, I'm just taking a risk, and I'm just gonna try to cut that out, and maybe just bet more units on the ones I feel more confident and do it that way. I'm trying to switch it up a little bit, see what happens.
Yeah, and that's what I do. Like Tafon just going big. I really like him this week. I think that's like free.
Yeah, that's like one. That might be one bet where I might throw another unit down if I can find them at plus money after this stream. I might just do it real quick. Just throw 2 units on it instead of 1.
Yeah, because I mean, it's hard to get people that's even money fight that you feel super confident.
Yeah, it's hard.
You know what I mean? So when you do find them, definitely got to take them. So, but yeah, man, let's get into fight number 8. We have Josh, or it might be fight number 7 because I actually had to skip one. The Tagir fight was on my thing, but fight number 7 or 8. Next fight is Josh Parisian versus Alan Baudot, and I will let you start this one off.
This is a trash can fight. I'm gonna go with Alan Baudot. I'm just not impressed with Parisian at all. Like, there's just nothing good about him. I couldn't even make up a breakdown in my video that you guys will see after this. I swear, I'm going to post it right away. But man, my breakdown is like, Alan Baudot has a good round in him of striking, and he does have good power. And hopefully he wins by a knockout in the first round to get this fight over with. Because Parisian, not good. Like, I got nothing. Like, I guess he's an okay striker, if you want to say that, because I don't know what else to say.
Right.
But yeah, I like Baudot. I'm not touching this fight at all. This is a trash can fight. This is a trap. I wouldn't touch it. Because I could totally see, like, Parisian coming out and getting this weird, like, high kick and knocking out Alan Baudot or something like that. It's like, come on.
Right.
But I don't know why this fight's on the main card. It's so bad.
Yeah.
I'm not even terrible. Like looking. Yeah. I'm not even looking forward to it. So I'm going with Alan Baudot. Hopefully it's a quick one, either one way or another, because I want to get on to the show, which is like the next 2 fights after that, or 3, whatever it is.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going with, though.
Yeah. Man, I actually bet Baudot. I know you probably shouldn't bet this fight, but dude, you got to take your spots where you can get them. And Josh Parisian, now that I believe Chase Sherman. Well, actually, Chase Sherman would beat up Josh Parisian. I'm trying to think of somebody. Jared Vandera would beat up Parisian.
That's my trash can of the heavyweight divisions.
And he would beat up Parisian. He'd actually be able to take Parisian down and beat him up.
That's true. Yeah.
Parisian, I bet him. The first time I ever really seen him fight, I had bet him against Rocky Martinez, dude, and Rocky Martinez beat him. Josh Parisian, I haven't seen do anything. I know in the Contender Series he was going to get beat, and he got a lucky spinning back fist knockout. He does have some decent spinning back fist stuff, but other than that, he's a walking punching bag. Like, he gets tired 3 minutes into the first round, and he hadn't even really done nothing. He's not really good at wrestling. His jiu-jitsu ain't bad where he can survive. You know, he got pounded out by Dante Mays last fight, but usually he can survive. But dude, I don't really see. He's easily controlled up against the cage. Rocky Martinez held him up against the cage and beat him up for 3 rounds. Yeah, Alan Baudot, man, he actually doesn't look bad. He's 8-3. He's Cyril Gane's training partner. He his first fight, he came into the UFC and he fought and he lost to Tom Aspinall, and that was his first fight. It was short notice, and he's coming up to heavyweight from light heavyweight. His second fight against Nascimento, he came out and went real hard in that first round, but he was beat. He almost had Nascimento out of there. Like, he was hurting Nascimento bad. Came out in the second, gassed a little bit, but Nascimento was actually a pretty good heavyweight too. Like, he beat the shit out of Parisian too. And then his last fight against Parker Porter, I actually thought that was close, and he had a really good chance of winning that fight in the third. Like, he was winning, and then he got taken down right at the end. So I actually don't think Alan Baudot is that bad. I think he's going to have way better striking than Parisian. He's going to definitely have more power. He showed really good takedown defense against Parker Porter, because Parker Porter pushes a crazy pace. Parker Porter would beat the brakes off Josh Parisian too, but he pushes a crazy pace, and Baudot kept his stamina for all 3 rounds against Parker Porter like they was going at it the whole time, clinching, grappling exchanges, fighting takedowns and striking. So I really think that Baudot can put a beat on Parisian here, just like everybody else. I really think that Parisian is the worst UFC heavyweight, and if anytime he's going to fight, that's what I told myself last time after watching when Dante Mays beat him down for 3 rounds till he finished him. I'm like, dude, if I get another chance, because I thought he was going to get cut then, but they don't have very many heavyweights. So I was like, next, if he fights again in the UFC, dude, I'm fading him, and I got even money, so I took Alan Baudot. And I really do think he could get him out of there in the first round with strikes, but if not, he can easily win a easy decision. Like, Parisian is not dangerous anywhere. Like, it's not like he's got good wrestling. Like I said, he's not taking Baudot down after Parker Porter really couldn't, and he's not going to outstrike him. So, do you think Parisian has more better cardio though? That's the only thing that I kind of his cardio is terrible. If you watch him in any fights, he's breathing heavy in the first round, like 3 minutes in. Like, he's never been accused of being a cardio machine. That's for sure. Okay, so. I know Baudot kind of slows down too after the first round a little bit, but like you said in that one fight with who was it, the last fight? Parker Porter. He kind of came back in the third. Yeah, that's what swayed me. Yeah, he looked good all 15 minutes. You know what I mean? In that fight, and Parker Porter, man, he's good. Parker Porter would definitely. I don't know. Has Parker Porter and Parisian? I keep seeing in my head it was that, but I think it was just when Parker Porter beat up Chase Sherman, because Chase Sherman and Parisian are about the same level stored in my brain. Well, Parker Porter beat him about a year and a half ago. In the UFC?
In the UFC.
Yeah, he beat the shit out of him then.
That was his first UFC debut fight.
Yeah, and he got beat up bad. Now, he was a favorite over Porter in that fight because Porter had just got knocked out by Chris Dawkins. Yeah. So then he came in and Parker Porter beat the shit out, like mauled him for 3 rounds. So yeah, man, I definitely got Baudot. I thought Baudot definitely had that chance of beating Porter, and Porter killed Parisian. So yeah, pretty much even money. I got Baudot and I bet him. I couldn't get my over under, so
yeah, I mean, it's
take
a good
that
bet.
as my bet.
I just can't. I can't do it.
Right. I get you. I got you. In the chat we got Mikey said Baudot to beat the trash can. I'm on that. Dirty Red said it's starting to feel like Paiva can't produce a sub like Andrade did against Sergey. He loses here. I've been on Paiva up till now. Brooke Betts, Dana putting this on the main card is a joke, and that is true. It should be like the second fight of the night or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say this might be like a break fight, you know, before the 2 main events, because like, okay, everybody go get a beer, go get some dinner real quick, you know, because the main events are coming up. Get ready.
Right. Yep. Saba said, "How is this shit on the main event above Nurmagomedov and Kurt?" Yeah.
It's crazy.
Tomato cans need love. Mike Raw Torque said Baudot needs to get on the Paris card. That's enough motivation for me to sprinkle on him. Yeah,
if he can win convincingly and take no damage, he can go on the Paris card for sure.
Bunk Hoots, hey Blood Money, let's hit the bookies hard this week. What's up, Bunk? Man, thanks for joining us live like this, man. Appreciate that. Victor, what's up? He's even joining us during work, so I know it's hard for him to get off some messages. So definitely appreciate this. Said I usually have 10 to 20 or 15 to 20 bets, but it's only 3 to 4 real bets and a bunch of 10 to 20 Hail Mary parlays, and I win a bunch of them. I said, but it's usually 0.1 or 0.2 units for fun. Yeah, I get that. See, that's what I was supposed to do. Like I lost 0.8 units last week, and if I wouldn't have done a Hail Mary and did my 5 bets, I actually would have won $70. And then if I would have just did 0.25, I would still won 45
and $50, something like that.
Yeah, so I just so I didn't do a Hail Mary this week, but I'm gonna figure it out because I do want to do one.
Yeah,
but I didn't want to do it.
I always like to do one. It's always fun. Just throw like a quarter of a unit, depending on the odds, you know.
Right. Fernbird, what's up, man? What's up, fellas? Yeah, what's going on, man? Dirty Reg said Josh beat Roki. Not really. He did beat him, but Roki beat him. I remember sitting in my car. I was at my girlfriend's mom's house back home. We were visiting, and I was watching in my car, dude. And like Josh Parisian didn't do anything that fight. He got held up against the cage. I guarantee Roki outlanded him by like 60 strikes. There's no other way. I would have to look at the strikes, but yeah. Dirty Rest said, yeah, according to the judges, yeah, because I won money on that. I was happy. Fernbird said Baudot is the better of the two for sure. Not my favorite fight on the card. Yup.
Yeah.
Dirty Red said y'all too high on Baudot. He sucks too. He does kind of suck, but Parisian is like a level past sucking, which is like he shouldn't even be in the Vandera would beat him up for sure.
If Vandera can beat up anybody, they should not be in the UFC.
Let's see. Have you uploaded your picks to FB? What's that?
If he's talking about me, my video will be going up right after this live stream. I already have it loaded on YouTube. I just got to do the configuring real quick. So like within 30 minutes, if that's what you're talking about, it'll be up, I swear. And my bets video. So they're all going to be in one video. So hope you guys enjoy.
Check them out. Also,
I hope you guys enjoy the 25 minutes.
Yeah. I'm going to be checking them out. We got 34 people in here right now. Can everybody stop and hit that like button for us, man? We appreciate that. We appreciate all you guys showing up here, man. It makes it look good.
Also hit that subscribe button for Blood Money too.
Yeah, and for JohnnyKpicks, go to his Instagram and his YouTube and subscribe, hit his bell notification. He's got good stuff every week, good content.
Fun stuff for everybody.
Right, and some card. He opens up cards too, which is fun. Watching the boxes.
I'll be putting up a very good video Friday, I believe, and it has some good hits in there. So definitely check that out too.
Definitely, and if you're into nice looking hands, man, check it out. He's got them. He's got them.
You know what's weird? Like you're not the only one that said that. Like a lot of people say that I have nice looking hands. So it's not even. It's funny to me. I'm like, oh my god, like, I don't know what I work in an office. I don't have like those rough hands and stuff. I like baby lotion on my hands and stuff.
Before he does the card, before he opens the box, putting all the lotions on.
Sanitize it. I'm like, no little germs are gonna get on these cards.
Yep. Fernberg said, yes, I was out of town for 2 weeks, but we're back. Good to have you guys back, man. Yeah. Because I've been looking for your show.
That's true.
I just looked and I was like, I haven't seen him for 2 weeks. I looked the other day. Yeah.
I was hoping you didn't.
They opened a box too. When I went to look for your for their video, I seen they opened a box and I watched that. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's cool watching those videos. Like you would think it's not fun, but you just seeing people like what cards you get, like it's kind of fun. Like I don't know.
It's fun. It's definitely fun because you never know. I've even seen a thing where somebody was doing like scratching lottery tickets, and that's pretty fun to watch because you're like, are they gonna win? Yeah. And you ain't got no money invested. So
true.
Yes. Effie said it's not a smoke break fight, but it is definitely close. Yeah. Dirty Rash to the books licking their chops, saying you're breaking a rule, fading a trash can with a trash can. I don't think that Baudot though is that bad. Like he's actually, and he trains with Cyril Gahn, so you got to be getting better. Yep. Dirty Rash said good deal. Fernbird said every first round KO is a smoke break. Yep. Bunk Hoots, high kick that like button. Thank you, bro. Hell yeah.
Please.
Effie, I'll do a shoey if this is a first round KO. So if Baudot, first round either way, screen. I know, yeah. Effie, we have to bring him on the show to do it.
That's right.
Yo. Effie laughed. Saba, I would prefer Cody. My thing up. I would prefer Cody versus Johnny instead of Parisian versus Baudot. You don't want to see old dudes fighting.
we can put on a show for like the UFC minimum. I'll do that all day.
We'll go fight on one of Jake Paul's cards, man. They do YouTuber fights, man. We'll have to get on there and do a boxing match.
That's right. We'll just do like a grappling match, so that way we can not get hit in the face and stuff.
Right. Our money makers. Dirty Red said, "Let's go Lightning."
Are they winning?
I haven't in hockey. That's the Stanley Cup Finals, right?
Yeah, I got a bet on the Lightning, so that's why I was asking.
Yeah, no, I hope they're winning for you. Bobby Green and Izzy are locks next week. We put all the units on them. Yeah. And I was looking at that too, but Bobby, man, the only thing he worries me is because he wants to fight too even with people, and like even with like Clay Guida and his last like couple fights ago, man, that was a really close fight. And Jim Miller's better than him. Broke bets. Liquor money for 1 week for Jim Leahy. Yep. I just started watching since we was talking about it because it'd been a year or two since I just started watching Trailer Park Boys the other day from episode 1 again. So it's the greatest show. I'm telling you, Johnny. Rick James, I've got Jim Miller 100%, man. That's going to be a crazy fight. Love those Prism cards. Yep.
Dude, it's like an addiction, man.
Yeah. It's like a lot.
Every day I just get like 2 or 3 cards, and then I get 2 or 3 in the mail.
That's fun though. It's fun building up a collection like that. Hey, I just got my Shavkat cracked ice, and I'm about to send that out to get graded.
Nice.
I love that. I love Shavkat. Jason C in the house said, "Hey, Blood Money and Johnny, what's up, Jason? Thanks for joining us, bro."
Yeah.
Dang, Rick James. I think he's trolling. He said Cannoneer by KO in the first round. And he said O'Malley was the GOAT. So I don't know. Nah.
I believe the O'Malley GOAT before that one.
Yeah. Amir, what's up, bro? He said these heavyweights are trash, but have a good chin. Sherman, Parisian, and Vandera. That's why the UFC have them, because they do have exactly. Yep, I agree with that, because they're going to be in the fight and at least put on a good fight, not come out and get dropped. Like, who's the one dude? He had a real weird name, Huckleby or something like that.
Honeysucker or something.
Yeah, and he just goes down within 30. Harry Hunsucker. Yeah, and he'll just go down within like 30 seconds.
Yep.
He said, Dev got Baudot first round. Okay. I'm hoping, man. I'm hoping. Yep, just scored. Amir said, are people high on Gamrot, putting him in the same bracket as Armin? I see Armin being much better. I do too.
We'll get there.
Right. Saba, ice hockey just began, Johnny.
Sweet.
Dev said, I got Lightning to win tonight too.
Nice.
Dirty Reg said, not even in 1 minute. 1-0. Lightning starting season. Yeah, Dev's good at all sports, but he bets all kinds of sports too.
Okay, they're already up 1-0. Cool.
Mally is the GOAT is true. All right. All right. Let's get on to the next fight. And it is fight number 9. We're in the women's strawweight division. We got Jinh Frey versus Vanessa Demopolis.
Oh,
I'm gonna start this one. I got Jinh Frey in this, and I actually put her in a parlay because I just think she's better everywhere in MMA. Like if you watch, like I know it might be fresh in some people's head. Like if you don't watch all the tape, like and think Vanessa Demopolis is like some kind of like jiu-jitsu ace or something, but she's really not. She's like good, decent at jiu-jitsu. But that Gomez Juarez armbar was just, it was pretty slick, but it's just like she was fighting a girl that has no jiu-jitsu at all. Because if you watch JJ Aldridge fought Vanessa in the UFC, took her down, stayed safe the whole time, beat her up. And that's a problem with Vanessa is if she does get taken down and she tries her subs and stuff off their back, if they don't work, she'll be content with just being held there the whole round. Mm-hmm. But Jinh Frey, man, she's been impressed me in her last couple fights. She's got that win over Gloria DePaula where she was able to out-grapple her, stay safe on the ground. She was striking with her a little bit, but DePaula has good striking. But her last fight against Ashley Yoder, which Ashley Yoder ain't the best, but Ashley Yoder would beat Vanessa Demopolis. Trust me on that. Like so and for like the first time ever, Jinh Frey is actually going to have a size advantage. She's going to be 1 inch taller with 3 inches of reach, which is weird. She's usually a smaller girl. Yeah. But she just looked good, dude. Her striking's good. She's very well rounded. She's going to have the better striking. She's going to have the better wrestling, and I would say the same jiu-jitsu. The only time she's been subbed was that one time by Kay Hansen. So it's not like she has terrible jiu-jitsu, and out of her 6 losses, 4 of them were by sub. She has that one time she got subbed. But yeah, man, Vanessa Demopolis, she's got decent striking. She's like decent everywhere, but not great anywhere. And I just like Frey to keep this fight standing and beat her up. And even if it goes to the ground, Frey will be on top, and she's going to be able to stay safe and beat her up. So I really see Frey being better than Demopolis everywhere here, not getting sloppy like Gomez Juarez and just jumping in and throwing her arm right there. So yeah, give me Frey, and like I said, I'll take her by decision, and I got her in a parlay. Who do you like, Mr.?
Yeah, I like Frey as well with everything you said. The key thing for me is the striking. I think it's going to be a huge favor of Frey. It's not even close. I don't think Vanessa has really good striking at all. Right. She tries but man, she's always a smaller fighter. She can never get in close with her striking. She's not a good wrestler. She can't get any takedowns, but she does have good submissions. But it's kind of like the Mackenzie Dern curse, you know. You have really good grappling and really good submissions, but you can never get the fight to the mat. Like you're never going to win. Right. And so to me, like Frey has really good takedown defense at 90% too. So there's no way Vanessa's going to be able to get down Frey unless Frey wants the fight to the mat. That's the only way. And if that's the case, I think it's Frey all day on the feet. Like that's it. That's all you need to know about this breakdown, because that's how it's going to end. And I don't see a finish or anything. So I think Frey will win by decision. I don't got a bet on it. I do like Frey. I feel comfortable betting her, but I just don't have a bet yet. It might be if I need like a parlay leg, I might add her in there. But I'm still looking at adding a couple bets. But she's definitely one to consider for me. I do like the over here too. So yeah. But I'm trying to stay away from women's MMA, dude. Women's MMA has been burning me with bets lately, so I'm trying to like stay away unless I know 100%. But this one, I'm like right there, but I'm on the edge, so I might not. We'll see. I'm trying to, like I said, I'm trying something different this week. I'm trying to really focus in on my betting, so we'll see. Right,
and yeah, I don't think that Vanessa Demopolis belongs in the UFC. Really,
yeah. It was a good win by her last fight. It was very memorable and everything, but man, that was a gift.
It was lucky, and I had Gomez Juarez too.
Oh, I had Vanessa Demopolis in a parlay. Like it was a gift.
Yeah.
I was just like, she was out. She was in the shadow realm for 20 seconds, and then she just found herself, woke up in an arm
bar. Yep, and then got out of it the girl got out of it and put her right back in it. But yeah, her stuff's terrible. But when I was thinking up this other parlay and putting it in, I was choosing between Jinh Frey and TJ Brown, and I just felt like Frey's way more trustable. Like she shows good fight IQ, and I just like where TJ Brown, that his fight's going to be back and forth a little bit. You know what I mean? I feel like Frey should like win pretty much every minute of this fight. So that's why I put her in. And especially having a size advantage. Usually Frey, because she used to be an atom weight. You know what I mean? Usually she's a lot smaller, but not this time. So TJ Brown has a little bit better odds, but I mean, confidence wise, I can see where you would want Frey a little bit more than TJ Brown. Yep. So let's see what we got here. Saba said my man, or Rick James said my man. Oh, because Saba said, he said Saba said my O'Malley's the GOAT. Rick James, they're fist bumping right now. Dude, chick fight. Chick fight. Dev said Frey all day. I'm with you. And plus she's looked really good since she switched down to said Saif's or whatever place. What's the in Texas, the Fortis, yep. So since she's been there, she's looked really good. I think she's been there her last 2 fights that she won. Before that, I forget where she was at. But she's looked really good. Let's see. Amir said sub and like from me. Thanks, Amir. Thanks for showing up, man, and commenting too. For sure. Don't be a stranger. Come out. Every week. Because we comment with all our people in here, man. That's what this show's about, because I mean, we both, besides this week, we both already have our breakdown videos out and stuff, and most of you guys already watched both of them. So I like to hear from all the people. So you guys show up, and we'll definitely take the time to let you be heard. He said, glad to see an MMA fan talk channel. Keep up the good work. Thanks, Amir. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate it. Dev, O'Malley round 1 KO lock, man. Yeah. Pedro's a tough dude, though, Pedro he's never been finished, and he's fought the cream of the crop. Broke Bet said Frey still got armbarred by Kay Hansen. I know that doesn't look good at all, but Kay Hansen she would probably beat Vanessa Demopolis though. Yeah, I was gonna say Kay Hansen actually looked good when a couple fights, but her last like 2 or 3 fights, she looked awful. I don't know what happened to her. Like she was totally like switched gears. I think she's into more different things right now. So I don't think she was. She's not really too into MMA. I think that's why she kind of sucked. Right. My boy Mikey said Easy Joe, Jinh Yu. Yep. Rick James, then O'Malley gonna do some cool dribble moves. He's got he does got some good stuff. I do like O'Malley. I like O'Malley too. I'm so old school that I'm not sold on him yet. Like I need to see. It's just like with even Yanez, but they'll sell me on it. Let's see. Dirty Red said I've been siding with Jinh and fading Demopolis. Guess I'll keep the trend up. Yep. Who you guys got between Ian Gary and Gabe Green? That's a next week one. Yeah, we'll get that. I mean, I can give you my early prediction, but I don't know. My early pick is the dude with the last name starts with G. Definitely wins that one. Boom, love it. ECS Express. Demopolis is another Jazz Juravicious, not really skilled at all. Yeah, she got lucky. Like she gets beat that last one. She's 6-5 and out of the UFC, but she got so lucky. And Jinh Yu Frey has looked good in her last couple fights. She's looked good until she looked good in all of them. She never gets blown out the water. She was winning that fight against Kay Hansen when that happened. Abel Polanco, what's up, bro? He said, What's your other parlay leg? We're about to get there. So I think it's the next fight. Saba said, if you, Cody, or Johnny choose Pedro Munoz next week, instant kick, instant get out the group. Yeah, no, I don't think that can happen. That pick them, but it's gonna be a good fight, man. Fernberg, I'm taking Demopolis. Fuck it. Frey got good. Frey not good, so I'll take the dog. Hey. There you go. Hope for a submission. That's about it. And it's women's MMA, so that's true. Sab said, I'm going O'Malley decision. It's an important match for Sean, so he'll fight smart. Yeah, nobody's ever finished Pedro, dude. Pedro's tough. Thou shalt not pick against the GOAT O'Malley. O'Malley fans are the ones who least understand. This is about to be a war. Amir said O'Malley seen the guy O'Malley chat now. A sus chin, his chin structure, and Pedro power. Pedro's the leg kicks is the only thing that really worries me. He said you're just mad at his hair. Herb Dean, the gold standard. What's up, man? Thanks for showing up. He said if Cruz loses to Vieira, especially if he gets knocked out, where do you guys think he goes from there? He goes to fight in Sean O'Malley next if he loses to Vieira. I just watched that Vieira O'Malley fight. Again, that was a good fight. It was good up until the leg crap. Donovan, what's up, bro? Thanks for showing up. Another week, another great show by you guys. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, bro. Saba said Abel. To be I'm an O'Malley fan since the Contender Series and didn't jump on the hype train. Yeah, I mean, dude, the kid's good. I like to give people crap too, but yeah, man, the kid's good. We'll see though as it keeps going up. That's a sick card. Johnny,
you see my card, Cody?
Jealous with that card, please, huh?
I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, it's an O'Malley. Okay, yeah.
You can't really tell, but it's the Mojo one, so it's only 25.
Oh, that's an O'Malley one. Oh, really? Yeah. Damn.
I got this the other day.
You hit all the you got all the.
I bought that one.
Okay. I was gonna say you hit all the O'Malley, McGregor, the green short guys.
Little sneak peek. Friday will be a good one.
Yeah, I can't wait, man. All right, we'll go to this next one, fight number 10, or next fight, Thiago Moises versus Christos Giagos. I will let you start this one.
Okay, this is my second no-brainer pick of the night, and I really like Moises here. I think he is better everywhere. I think he has the better grappling. I think he has the better striking. I'm just not I don't think Christos is that good. I'll be honest. It's going to be a really easy breakdown. I know he has decent wrestling. I mean, he got mauled by Armin in his last fight, which, I mean, I could totally see, him doing that to Moises too. But Moises is better than that. And I know Moises is, I think in his last couple fights, he looked bad. But, I mean, he fought Islam, took him to 5 rounds, was it?
4. I think he got submitted in the 4th, yeah. Which is good.
Which is good, yeah. And then, I mean, he got destroyed by Joel. But Joel Alvarez is a monster. So I get it. And I think Thiago Moises is like 5'6". So I can totally see that. But
I think, go
ahead.
No. Oh, sorry. I was reading.
Oh, okay.
No, go ahead.
No, you're fine. But yeah, I just like Moises here. I think he's going to be the better fighter here overall. I think on the mat, I think it's Moises, and on the feet, I think it's Moises too. So I think this fight will go to decision. They're not finishers by any means. I do have a bet on Moises. I don't know if I have the over 2.5, and if I don't, I might jump on that.
Yeah, I like that.
Because I thought I did though, but if I don't, I'm jumping on it. That's one leg I will add. But that's who I got. I got Moises. This is my no-brainer pick of the week too. Right?
Yeah, man. That was a good breakdown. I think Moises is better everywhere. I was going to bet the over. I still might if I can get back up to the casino because they didn't have the lines out. But I was going to bet the over pretty big because neither one of these guys are finishers. I think, Moises, he has great jiu-jitsu and all that, but he's only got one finish in the UFC, and that was over Michael Johnson with that heel hook after he was getting beat up. And Giagos, I mean, he's got finishers over like lower level guys like Sean Soriano, but he was getting pieced up by Sean Soriano before that. So, man, I like Thiago Moises stand up. I think his wrestling is going to be good with him, and the jiu-jitsu is going to be better. So I don't really see anywhere Giagos beats him. Like I said, Giagos was fighting Sean. He's got a couple wins, but I mean, besides, Armand worked him over pretty quick, but he's got wins over lower level guys, and he's still, even in them fights, they're close fights. You know what I mean? So I think Thiago's could even get a club and sub here late, but I see it being a close fight. Not a close fight. I see Thiago winning convincingly in every aspect of the fight, but probably doesn't get a finish like you're saying. I think it goes over, and I think it's a convincing 30-27 dominating win for Thiago, and he's the other leg to my parlay with Jinh Frey. So I got Frey and Moises because I put them two together. I think they're both better than their opponents in every aspect of MMA, man. And then their opponents too aren't like knockout people. Like Demopolis ain't knocking out Frey, and Giagos, he's no knockout artist either. So yeah, man, give me that and that over, like you said, man. That's I really like that play. Yep.
Yeah, with Moises, I got him with TJ Brown, so we kind of had like the same way train of thinking. So
it was the exact same where we were anchoring it with Thiagos, but just going back, and man, it was close to being Thiagos and TJ Brown for me too. So I like that parlay, man.
Yeah,
I really do.
That's a good one for yours too. Like I said, I might do Frey and the over in this fight. Like that sounds like a really good bet.
Yeah, I can see that definitely. Saba said, Johnny, don't make me jealous with that card. Yeah, that's a nice card, man, for sure. He's still, yeah, he said he's doing solicitation for the kick, man, I swear. Saba said he just bought that one to make me sad. Yeah, yeah. Amir said O'Malley said in his podcast he is fine fighting once a year. He is good financially, and on the other side, Vieira is grinding 3 fights a year, and it's not a good sign for O'Malley. No, you want to, you want
to fight you want to fight unless you're the champion. You want to fight like 2 or 3, 4 times a year if you can.
Be a dog. That's a real fighter. I mean, because like O'Malley's doing it for money and all that, and I get that, but like freaking Vieira's doing it because it's in him, and he's a dog, and he just wants to fight, and that's why. I mean, he's going to be Vieira's. I mean, if they fight again, I think Vieira wins that fight.
It's going to be a tough matchup for O'Malley again if that happens.
Yep. Saba, Thiago Moises, lock of the night. Let's go.
Lock of the night.
Yep. Abel said O'Malley is good, but some fans go over the top thinking he finished everybody. He said that's Amir. Christos Thiago's career is weird. He keeps fighting an elite fighter while he's not at that level yet. Yeah, because he's like, perfect example. Like he's still having close fights with them lower level dudes. So and Thiago's, man, he's up there. He's top of the food chain. Top 10 guy, top 15 for sure.
Yeah.
eBay fight predictions here.
What up,
man?
eBay?
What's up, man? Thanks for showing up, bro. That is awesome. Everybody go check out eBay's breakdowns too, man. His breakdowns, he gets a lot of news, a lot of MMA news before other people on breaks that. So everybody go check out eBay's YouTube channel, and his Instagram's nice. Saba, Joel Alvarez is a bit of a weird one. His fight IQ and style against Arman was just not on good level. How Joel trains now. He didn't improve his mistakes and still works on his kickboxing BJJ. Yeah, and I think Moises kind of too. We didn't really know how good Alvarez's striking was. So then I think he's the guy that kind of we figured out, oh shit, Alvarez has really good striking stand up. Because I don't think Thiago knew that. That's why he stood up with him so long. eBay Team Shavkat, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. Michael, what's up? It's hard to see. Is that I can't see that. Is that a chair and a gi?
Yeah.
Looks
like it.
Okay. Saba, if he can, he has his night. Effie, Thiago should win this fight. Yeah. I mean, every MMA thing, every sign points to him being able to should be able to definitely get this. Which favorite loses on the main card, if any? I don't know. That's a tough one.
Maybe the one coming up next. Maybe.
Let's see. Amir said, what do you think max potential for Moises' career? No, he can definitely be a top 10 fighter because even though he's 15-6, dude, this kid's only like 26 or 27 years old, and he's been in a gym his whole life. It's just that he's had some tough fights in the UFC because he lost to Beneil Dariush when Beneil Dariush was just at the time, 8 years older, had his man strength, a little better at jiu-jitsu and stuff. But
he's lost to killers, like you said.
All killers.
Damir Ismagulov, Islam, and then Joel Alvarez. And Joel Alvarez is a monster.
Yeah. So and how old is Thiago? Was he about 28 maybe?
27? Yeah, 27.
So, and he's been literally, they said he's one of the kids that's been at ATT since he was 16 or 15 years old. And then before that, he was training in other places. So he could be like a Charlie Olives, man. They're in here when they're young, they're taking their licks, but you're learning from every fight. And then as you get older, you get your man strength. Them other dudes phase out, Islam and Khabib retire and all that. Yep. And then you come in and now you're the man, but because you put in your dues. So,
exactly.
Thiago, dude, and say by the time he's 32, another 4 more years, he could be a beast for sure. Yep. And I like his striking's improving every fight. I mean, like I said, man, that Alvarez fight, he just got caught with some shit. It happened. So,
and Alvarez is 6'3". He's crazy for a lightweight.
And now we've seen that if they fought again, Moises would just probably take him down and beat him up a little bit. So and stay safe. So yeah, man, I think he's definitely got a future. Let's get to this next fight, man. This is a good one, man. In the men's welterweight division, we got Neil Magny versus Shavkat Rakhmonov. And I can't remember who started last time.
I think you did.
Okay, I'll let you start this one.
Team Shavkat, dude, this guy's this guy is a killer, and I'm really high on him. He's one of my favorite fighters to watch. I know he's only fought a couple times or 3 times in the UFC, but man, he's so fun to watch. But I know Magny is super tough. He's been around the block. He's super experienced. He has some really good wins. Got some questionable losses as well, but he's just a decision fighter nowadays. Like his last finish was 4 years ago, so he doesn't really scare me. But man, if I was Magny, I'd be scared because Shavkat is the truth, man. 15 wins, 15 finishes. Like I think it's like half and half with subs and knockouts. He can beat you in any way. He has got really good striking, really good wrestling, really like anything he's really good at. I just don't see how Magny can win this one. I'll be honest, unless he just plays or fights a perfect fight, a safe, perfect fight for 15 minutes. Right. I don't think it's going to happen. I think Shavkat's eventually going to get either a club and sub or, get this fight to the mat, maybe get a rear naked choke because he's super long. And I know Magny's longer than him, but either way, dude, like it's night and day, though, the difference between their grappling. So, yeah, I got Shavkat all day. I got a bet. I just did I got it at minus 135, Shavkat inside the distance. I don't know if he's going to win by knockout or stuff, but at minus 135, I'll take that. I did like 1.5 units on it. So I'm pretty comfortable with that, though.
Yeah, man. He's finished off 15 of his wins. So like you said, that's, I'm on Shavkat too, man. I really like this guy. There's some things that worry me, like in this fight, he's taken a huge step up in competition. Mm-hmm. I mean, from who he's been fighting, but I mean, he looked great against the people he's been fighting. But and it's not that giant step up, but it is a pretty good step up. The only way I see Neil Magny being able to win this fight is if he survives that first round and then say he's able to grapple Rakhmonov up against the cage, clinch him up against the cage, and maybe beat him up a little bit and tire him, because that's the only weakness I've seen. And it's not really a weakness, but it's about the only weakness I've seen in his game is he's been able to be held up against the cage. Cowboy Oliveira was able to do it for a little bit. Who was his last fight? Michel Pereira's was able to do it a little bit, but overall, once they're done and they're not able to do it, he just takes off on them and knocks them out or submits them. So I think that he's going to have way more power advantage. I think he's going to have the grappling advantage, and he's going to have the striking advantage. Like I said, the only way I see Neil Magny winning is just by if for some reason, because we haven't seen it, he's able to wear on Magny, and then he's able to wear on Shavkat and gas him out a little bit, and then be able to clinch him, maybe land some takedowns of his own. But I just don't see that, man. Shavkat is so dangerous, and he's going to have that power. He's got them spinning roundhouse kicks, spinning wheel kicks, like that's what he hit Carlston Harris with. I think that he gets Magny out of there. It's in the first or the second round. I see him getting Magny out of there. Like you said, I don't know. It could be like a club and sub. Because Magny's super tough, Magny's super durable, but he can be hit with big shots. I know even Max Griffin was hitting him with some giant shots. Ponzinibbio was able to knock him out. So, but man, we could definitely we could see Shavkat getting tested here. That's why he's like minus like 800 or 900. But also after this fight, if he goes out and destroys him, you might not get Shavkat under like 600 for a long time.
He'll be like Umar status. Like you won't be seeing Umar under 600 unless he loses. So.
Right. So, yeah, man, give me because Neil Magny's just good long striking, good offensive and defensive wrestling, and a lot of volume and good cardio. So that's the only way I see him winning is if Shavkat, if we don't know something about Shavkat's gas tank and he actually gasses out because he's so used to finishing people early. But yeah, man, give me Shavkat, and I have him run parlay with another guy. So coming up.
Yeah, I got him in the three monsters.
the 3-headed monster, huh?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. We'll go to the next one. We'll see what people said. Michael said, MMA guru, big fade on Frey, only capper to pick of stripper. Yeah. I'm a fade. I'm a fade. MMA
I'm a fade, yeah.
I'm fading guru on that one. O'Malley just signed a new contract for $1 million a fight. He's a star in the bantamweight division. Let's see. Mike Cruz over Vieira. That's going to be a good fight. I can't wait for that.
I like Vieira a lot, though.
Yep, Moises. My boy Mike, he said Moises, my parlay anchored Lock City. That's what I think too. Saba O'Malley is still 27 though. Yeah, he's young. Yeah, him and Vieira, when they fight again, that's going to be a good one.
They will.
He's doing work his way up. Paul Brashfield says Moises too risky. He can get wide-eyed sometimes. Yeah, but Thiago's don't make. He's not really a threat. knockout. Oh, wait, okay, dang, we had a lot of them. Thiago on DraftKings. I don't know, because this fight could just be a standing, more boring fight.
It might be a lower scoring, scoring point system on that one.
Yeah, because I don't know how much grappling. Because I don't think Giagos is going to want to grapple with Thiago, and Giagos has pretty good wrestling defense. So this fight might just stay standing. Joseph Rosario, I said, "What up, Blood? How you feel about Mario? I like him a lot. I like Bautista a lot. I have him parlayed. And I like him a lot. Let's see, Umar Nurmagomedov. Yep.
You should destroy.
Yeah. I don't want to tear up your name. I'm trying to read it. It's so bright in my room too. But yeah, Umar is the future, dude. That dude is.
Yeah.
He's so good, dude. Fernberg, come on, fights. Yeah, I think a lot of we did. We definitely overrated him. Yeah. Luke, what's up? He said, "Hey, what's up, y'all?" Luke, what's up, man? Luke? Thanks for stopping by, bro. Michael, he's got Gam, man. Abel, Tsarukyan is the lock of the card, even though the line is way off. That's a good statement.
I think the line is right. It should be like a minus 250.
It's gonna be a really good fight, but just let's see. Yep. Effie agreed with Saba. Luke, Umar is a lock. Umar's so good, man. Magny by split decision. Like if it goes to decision, it's gonna be like Magny's gonna have a chance, because if it goes there, then that means it must have been a really good fight.
Yeah.
Saba, I can't trust Neo's chin anymore after that Max Griffin knockdown.
That's true. Yeah.
I thought
I'm thinking like a club and sub thing, because Rakhmonov was not afraid to jump on that rear naked choke once he knocks him down. So
he's a beast with ground and pound and all that too. Yeah. So Dev said Rick James, haha. Effie, his favorite food is horse meat. His favorite animal is horse. Luke, if Shavkat wins the fight, he's for real. Definitely. Yeah. Paul says Magny can make this look easy, in my opinion. Shavkat has fought no one. That's tough. I mean, if you're gonna compare
who they fought, but I mean, Shavkat made it look easy. Magny's making it the last fight against Max Griffin, like, I thought Magny was gonna destroy Griffin. It was close, and a lot of people thought that Griffin won. So that's a little scary. Live, I thought. Yeah, we were there. Yeah, I was scared because we had that bet. I think I had Magny, and I was like, dude, I don't know, and we got lucky.
Right, and he was a pretty big favorite. Max Griffin's tough, dude, and he's live, definitely. Saba, you need to respect Neil Magny to take that fight. Yeah, he is tough too.
He wanted to fight Shavkat, didn't he?
Yeah, and
that never happened.
I don't think either one of them are good moves. My boy BCS Express says Magny doesn't have the punch to keep Rakhmonov off him. Yeah, because see Magny getting submitted. Yeah, because Magny almost was used his little front kick and teat kick as a jab too to try to keep these dudes off him. But yeah, Shavkat. And another thing is Shavkat's not that much smaller. Magny's used to having this big size and reach advantage on people, and Shavkat's big himself, dude. He's what, 6? He's gonna be 2 inches shorter with. Yeah, he's 6'1", but he's like a tall 6'1", dude. He's like tall and skinny, because he seems like when.
I want to see the weigh-ins and the face-offs and see how close they are, actually, because I looked at that too, and I'm like, I knew Magny was big, but I didn't know he was that big. And then Rakhmonov, I thought, was bigger than what's listed. So we'll see in the.
Yeah, because he always seems to look way bigger than everybody.
Yeah.
Mir said Shavkat career management maybe will end up being a better career than Khamzat. He would be top 5 slower. Yeah, take less damage. Like, it's always good to work your way up with all these other different fights. Like Khamzat just went straight to the top, dude.
Man, dude. That was such a good fight though, but man, he needs to take like 8 months off after that fight, because that was crazy.
Yep. Effie said taking inside the distance with Johnny. Yep. eBay, Magny is a good hype train ender, but Shavkat ain't no hype train. I agree. I think Shavkat's, he's well-rounded. He's good everywhere. He can take a good punch. So, but yeah, I just hope he didn't like totally underestimate Magny.
Yeah.
Effie said he's got to go into work. Great show. Thanks for showing up, Effie, and commenting a bunch.
Appreciate it, man.
He said everybody check his channel out for sure. Paul said Shavkat is not Islam on the ground, and he's certainly not Conor on the feet. We need, yeah. Well, we need to see. That's the only thing. I mean, because if Magny can wear on him and start landing his own takedowns or something, that second, third round, he definitely could get the win.
It's just hard to pump the brakes because like he's destroying the people that he's fighting. You know what I mean?
15-0, 15 finishes, man. That's
it's hard. It's hard to like, you know, take it cruise control there because you're like, dude, this guy he's finishing every fight. Like, granted, it's not like you know, Islam or Conor or something like that, someone high up there, but he's destroying the people that are he's destroying the people that are put in front of him, just like Chimaev. And look what happened. He finally hit that roadblock where he's like, man, this is okay. Now I got to start stepping up my game because, you know, Gilbert Burns is freaking good, dude. Yeah,
savage.
And Neil Magny's good too. So we'll see.
Yep. We got Ranch from Capper Comparisons in here. What's up, Ranch? I'm gonna do his show Friday night too because I'm off work this week. So everybody come check out. Everybody in here, come check out Ranch's show on Friday night. It starts at usually about 8:00. He says Shavkat, Jack Della Maddalena, Khamzat, or Sean Brady. Who's the best prospect of the division?
Right now, or could be?
It's either Shavkat or Khamzat. I would say
right now it's Shavkat or Khamzat, but I mean,
I'd have to say Khamzat because he's higher up the totem pole. I mean, he's beat Gilbert Burns, but yeah, because I mean, dude, just think about it. What about Gilbert Burns versus Shavkat? I mean, that I don't think that Shavkat would be minus 600 on Gilbert Burns like Khamzat was. So I'd have to say Khamzat, but I do like them. I like all of them. That's a good question because all four of them are definitely them are the prospects to watch for sure.
Yep.
Amir said if you can barely beat Max Griffin, which is an average fighter, then you're That's
what scares me. Like, well, not scares me, but that's what worries me for Magny. It's like he didn't look that good beating Max Griffin, and he's just a solid fighter.
Right.
Shavkat's way better than Max Griffin.
Right. Yep.
I think.
Yeah, definitely, dude. Saba said Kappa Comparison Picks. Man said Sean Brady. Mike Martin, how many times does Neo get wobbled and find a way? How many, man? This guy shuts the door on a great career. I hope not. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ending Magny.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Saba, you seen Cosmet training with Hermanson? Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Rick James, O'Malley by KO. Then he's gonna scrap Cruz. That'd be a good fight. That'd be a good fight.
That's going to be the fight of the century whenever that happens.
Khamzat and Shavkat, if them dudes both stay undefeated and fight in like 2 or 3 fights, dude, that would be sick.
That could be like a championship fight. Like if let's say Chimaev has the belt and then they're both undefeated and then that might be a championship fight. Like that'd be like the best fight. Like
definitely.
Way to go.
Definitely. My boy BCS Express, Shavkat systematically wears his opponent's shoulders out. Does it against the cage, doesn't even have to grapple, but almost has the same effect. Yeah, man, he's just on people, and I like everything about him. I don't see
too. I think he's super solid.
Definitely.
Everywhere.
Definitely. So yeah, all right, we'll go into this next fight. It's fight number 12. We got Chris Curtis versus Rodolfo Vieira, and I'll let you start this one.
Okay, this is a tough one. I went back a little bit, back and forth with this one, but I'm going to go with Chris Curtis. I've been not picking Chris Curtis's last 2 fights, and I just can't do it one more time because I think Chris Curtis is the better striker, and all he needs to do is land that one knockout shot. And I think Vieira's a tough guy, and his cardio can fade a bit too. So if he goes for takedowns and he doesn't get those takedowns, and for me, Chris Curtis is going to be able to knock him out, I think. So I think the over in this fight is 1.5 or over under. And I was kind of looking at that just in case, because I can see both guys finishing. I can see Chris Curtis by a knockout or Vieira versus by a submission here. But it just worries me with Vieira because if he does not get those takedowns, like he's going to get destroyed, I think. But if he does get those takedowns, Chris Curtis is going to get destroyed. But Chris Curtis has really good takedown defense. So I know he probably hasn't fought anybody like this before. I'm just going by the stats, but I like Chris Curtis here. I faded him against Brendan Allen. I faded him against Phil Hawes, and he made me look like a fool. I'm not getting made look like a fool again. So I'm going to take Chris Curtis here. I think he can land that one knockout shot here on Vieira and get him out. Maybe in the second round, maybe when Vieira starts to fade a little bit with his cardio. So that's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to go Chris Curtis by knockout. Maybe in the second round. I don't think it's going to get to the third round. So someone's going to win in the second or earlier. So that's who I got. I got Curtis by knockout in the second.
Awesome. Yeah, that's
what I'm thinking.
That's a good pick. Good breakdown. I'm with you. I picked Chris Curtis the exact same way in the second. The first round is going to be tough, man, because Vieira, I mean, even the second could be, but Vieira, it just depends which Vieira you're going to get. Are you going to get the one that comes out and is slow with the jab and all that? Like he did against Dustin Stolfus and a little bit more composed, or the one that comes out and goes crazy against Hernandez? Because I think in this one, he needs to be the one that he came out against Hernandez. You know what I mean? That actually has to go nuts, come out here and get Chris Curtis down and get the submission, because I think anytime he's on the feet, it's going to be real dangerous for him. Chris Curtis, the thing I like about him, he's got 36 pro fights and never been submitted one time. Of course, he's probably never fought a submission guy like Rodolfo Vieira, but still, man, when you fought that many times, you're good at getting out of stuff. So he's pretty good offensive and defensive wrestling. I do think, though, in that first round, that if Vieira comes out right away and goes hard at him, he will be able to land a takedown. So because Brandon Allen was able to get Curtis down like maybe once or twice, had him in like a little bit of a knee bar. And Curtis was able to fight out of all that. So, and get back up. And I think that if that's the game plan that Rodolfo comes out with and does that and he fails and Chris Curtis is able to get up a couple times, then Rodolfo's going to gas himself out and Chris Curtis is definitely going to get the finish. So, but that's how I see it happen. I see, and then like I said, if Rodolfo comes out and plays it slow and just strikes with Curtis, I think Curtis is going to hit him with some type of counter strike, because Rodolfo's his striking's improving, but he still throws with all power when he's throwing. He's got a decent little power jab now. He has improved a lot with that, but his striking's just not on the level with Curtis. So and I like Curtis's gas tank. So give me Curtis. I'm gonna take him just like you by a second round KO. Yeah. And I have him in a parlay with Shavkat. So I got that with pretty good odds. I think I got like 1.7 units to win 2. And man, I just like it. I like Shavkat to win, and I like Chris Curtis, like I said, to survive that tough first round and then put a beating on Rodolfo. I wasn't impressed with him against any of his fights, to be honest. If you watch any of his fights, I think the first one he had to fight.
We lost to Fluffy.
He fought the Sefarest guy or Separest or whatever, and that guy's not good at all. But in that fight, he actually got cut real bad and then went after the dude, got the takedown and submitted the guy. But he was getting beat up a little bit standing up before that happened. Then he got beat by Fluffy. So, I mean, I haven't been impressed. Even in his Dustin Stolfus win, I mean, you've seen Stolfus gasses out like he did against Mearshart and gets finished in the third. So I like Chris Curtis in this fight. It's going to be close. I see the odds dropping. When I got Chris Curtis, he was minus 150. I think he's minus 135 now. So it might be a pick'em fight by the time it comes, but that's true. That's about right, because it might be. But I'm going to take the dude with way more experience. Rodolfo's got 9 fights. Chris Curtis 28-8. I'm going to take it that he's going to be able to survive the jiu-jitsu of Rodolfo and then just put hands on him and get the finish. So, yeah, that's who I got.
I was actually looking at the over-under. It's set at 1.5, and I'm like, I'd almost rather just, if you can do it on your book, if you can do like fight doesn't start round 3, if I can get that little extra half round, I'd feel way more comfortable.
Right.
Because I can see a submission by Vieira or I can see a Chris Curtis knockout. It's going to be one of the two, and I don't see it going in the third round.
No, and I think like fight doesn't go to decisions minus like 700 or something crazy.
Yeah, it's something crazy. Let me look it up real quick. Yeah, Chris Curtis is minus 130 right now. Fight doesn't go to distance is minus 750. And then if you want to do fight doesn't start round 3, it's minus 300.
Man,
so I don't even want to touch that now. That's too much for me.
But also, is say Vieira is able to come out and get his wrestling game going, but like getting his jiu-jitsu a little bit. But Action Man Curtis is able to survive. He could hold him down the first 2 rounds. You know what I mean? True. But Vieira could possibly come out here and out wrestle him because he's going to be bigger, man. He's going to have 2 inches of height. Curtis actually has 2 inches of reach, but Rodolfo Vieira comes down from like 225 pounds.
He's a big dude.
Chris Curtis used to fight at 170. So, but man, I just like Chris Curtis, and he's training with killers. He's an extreme couture training with killers. He trains with Sean Strickland all the time. I think he's going to be ready for all this stuff, and I think he's going to get the win here.
Yep.
We got Robert in the chat. He said, "Greetings from Poland. I'll keep my fingers crossed for Gamrot, of course." Yep, I can't blame you. And Gamrot's good, man. Dude is good.
Yeah.
Amir said, "What's next for Masvidal?" I've seen Gilbert Burns was calling him out and said he'll sign a contract where he won't even take him down. So no wrestling. So,
well, Gilbert Burns has a lot of confidence right now. So, which I don't blame him. I would too. Yeah,
he's a beast, dude. And I mean, he could easily wrestle Jorge down too. So, even striking, that would be a really good fight. I like him. Saba said jail. He said, Robert going to be a scrap, but I'm going with Harmon. It is going to be definitely a good scrap. Range from Kappa Comparison, Vieira is one trick pony. If he can't get it to the ground, which he won't, he'll lose. I like that, Range. I like that. Broke bets. I took the under, but I might sweat because Vieira might stand up to time a takedown well in round 2 or something. Maybe, but he might be sleeping. He might be sleeping before that. Saba, I'm also going with Curtis round 2 KO. I like that. Luke said, "Let's go, fellas. Let's win big this weekend." We're definitely gonna. I'm feeling this weekend. I'm feeling it good.
Yeah.
Amir said, "If Phil Hawes has a good chin, he may be top 5 by now. He's winning until he's not. His chin is maybe the worst chin. He gets KO. He has a worst chin, but he has no head movement. I mean, he was taking shots from Duran Win because he just like when he throws his punches, he just keeps his head right there. You got to get your head off the center line when you're throwing them punches, man. You can't. And he's got a big old noggin too. So get off. Stay off the center line. Do you think Vieira is the heaviest 185er when it's fight time? He's close to it. I mean, I know Marvin's pretty. I would say Costa.
Yeah,
but I don't know
if he can make it now.
Huge, dude. Yeah, Vieira's freaking huge, dude. Broke bet. Fight doesn't start round 3 is minus 300, whereas under 1.5 is minus. Yeah,
I wouldn't want to touch that because I feel like that's a trap bet now.
Right. Yes, Sab said Haas nearly got knocked out.
Dude, that was funny live. I was watching them in the ring. Like they were just like pointing at each other. I don't know if you guys saw it on TV. And I'm like, what's going on? And then I'm like, oh yeah, Darren Wynn is DC's boy. And like Phil Haas must be talking shit.
Did you see what happened? Yeah, Phil Haas was like, you picked the wrong fight. Like he's acting like Cormier and them have power where he was like, they wanted Phil Haas. And he's telling Phil Haas, like, bro, chill out. He's like, you didn't fight. You didn't just beat me right there. Like telling him, chill out. Like, but he also was telling him like, dude, I didn't want this fight. He's like, look what happened. Cause that was a terrible matchup for Duran Win. Fighting another, his key to win is wrestling. And he's fighting another dude with the junior college national championship. So, but, yeah, this is crazy. But DC, man, he's a gangster without even having to like flip the fuck out. He's like, hey, you better calm down. He's like, you didn't beat me. And Cormier will beat the shit out of Haas. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, we both got Chris Curtis in the second round. Yeah, let's get to it, man. Let's get to the main event. Arman Tsarukyan versus Mateusz Gamrot. And this is going to be a hell of a main event. It's going to be a 5-round fight. First 5-round fight for both these guys in the UFC. Yep. Gamrot's been to 5-round fights in Poland and the things he fought in where he was a 2-weight class champion. He fought a couple 5-round fights. So, but yeah, man, Arman Tsarukyan, world-class wrestling. Excellent BJJ, excellent scrambles, excellent ground and pound. You've seen with the elbows and just the ground and pound he threw on Alvarez. He's got good stand-up, man. He's got a really good double jab. He's got a nice double jab and then a straight right. He's fast. He's going to be a little littler in this fight. He's actually got 2 inches of reach, but he's going to be 3 inches shorter. So, I mean, he's going to be able to I think his jab's going to be able to get there, and he's going to be faster than Mateusz Gamrot. But Arman's just really well-rounded. He's great everywhere in MMA. His striking is what is catching up to his wrestling and grappling, and it's getting better every fight. And Mateusz Gamrot, though, man, this dude is freaking good, man. 20-1. Could easily be 21-0, you know what I mean, depending on which way the judges went in his fight with Guram. I thought Guram actually won, but The dude's got excellent wrestling himself, but if you go wrestling for wrestling, because he shoots in that ankle pick, he's always going for the ankle pick and the single leg. I'm going to say Arman's going to have a little bit better wrestling than Gamrot, but Gamrot might be able to sneak him with one or two of them ankle picks. He's got really good timing under shots. But he's got excellent BJJ and scrambles himself. He's got good striking, but to me, his striking's kind of slow. Like he's not going to be as fast as Arman in this fight. He has trouble keeping good wrestlers on the ground, but Arman does too. He wasn't able to keep Frevola down and stuff like other good wrestlers are able to get up. But he's got really good body kicks. He's got a nice, powerful body kick. Mateus does, and he's good at switching stance. But the thing when I watched the tape that really swung me for Arman here is that Arman is going to have the slightly better wrestling, in my opinion, even though I don't think that there's going to be a ton of grappling exchanges because Arman's not just going to be able to hold Mateus Gamrot down. So I don't know how much of that there's going to be, but I do think Arman does grapple a lot solely to wear out Mateus, because if you watch Mateus's last fight against what's the dude's name, the jiu-jitsu guy he's fighting,
Vieira.
Diego Ferreira. They had a really frantic first round where they were grappling back and forth, had some pretty good striking, and Gamrot looked kind of tired in that second. To be honest, man, he was a little tired standing up. And luckily, I don't know what happened when they went to the ground. Diego got some kind of hurt his rib or something like that.
Yeah, so, Gamrot kneed him when he was down in the rib, which is legal, and I think he broke his rib, which is why he called it off.
Yeah, he just tapped out. So I heard something from somewhere else too. Somebody else was saying that when Mateus Gamrot fought Guram, that he didn't grapple him a lot. He didn't wrestle with him a lot because he didn't think he had the cardio for it. So he just wanted to stand up most of the time because he knew he wasn't going to be able to hold Guram down or something. So that leads, I don't know, man. I've seen Arman go hard into the third round with other grapplers like Matt Frevola and them and still look good. And so I think Arman's going to have the better wrestling. I think the jiu-jitsu is going to cancel out, and I think Arman's going to be faster on the feet and have the better striking. Even though Mateus has decent striking, I really do. I like Arman. I like Arman to hit him with the jab, keep moving, mixing into wrestling. And I expect Mateus Gamrot. That's why I don't expect Arman to be able to hold him down, like I said, and get a ton of ground and pound off. I expect Mateus to get up, but I do expect him to wear on him every time he takes him down, every time he makes him defend, all that. And I see Mateus getting tired. I'm going to take Arman by decision, but I could see him getting a fifth round finish too. So I have Arman, and I have him parlayed with Mario Bautista. I got really good odds on that. I think I got 170 to win 210 or 1.7 to win 2.1. And I really like that, man. I think that Arman it's going to be a tough fight. This is going to be no blowaway. Like somebody said earlier, I don't think he should be minus 280, minus 300. He should be probably minus 200, but he's going to win. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure he's going to win. So in the end, it doesn't matter if he's minus 1,200 or minus 200 as long as he gets the win. So
exactly.
But yeah, and with Bautista, I expect him to get the win and get a clear decision. So I really like that parlay.
Yeah, I like Arman here too. I mean, Gamrot's really good. Don't get me wrong. I just see a clear striking edge with Arman. I think he's going to have the better striking. Wrestling, I mean, it could be close. I do favor Arman a little bit. But as you said, I noticed in a lot of Gamrot's fights, he does tend to slow down after the first round. And I'm just worried, what say the third round hits or the fourth round or the fifth round, what's his cardio going to look like? Because I have never seen, like you said, I've never seen Arman slow down, at all.
Right.
Not, or at least not as much as Gamrot has. So if he can wear on Gamrot early, I mean, I can see Arman finish it in the third or fourth round, knockout or ground and pound, something like that. Maybe even a submission if he's super tired, something like that. But on the feet, though, I like Arman a lot. I think he's going to have the better striking than Gamrot. I think that's the one weakness. If I had to give a weakness to Gamrot, I think he just needs to work on his striking. It may be cardio, but if we're going to just go with the basics, I think striking is his little weakness. And I think Arman's just solid everywhere. He's really good. Right. And he's only improving. Gamrot's improving as well, but man, I just see Arman right now anyways. He's just a little bit better. And I got Arman. I think he's going to win. I said by fourth or fifth round knockout. I think he's going to be able to get him out of there. I just think he's going to his cardio is not going to be able to go all 5 rounds. So that's what I'm going with. It's going to be a really good fight, though.
Yep. Yeah, you got 18-2 versus 20-1. And yeah, man, whoever wins this is definitely setting themselves up really nice in the lightweight division. I don't know what are these dudes ranked right now? You know,
I want to say they're like under they're like between 10 and 15, but I don't know exactly.
Probably like 7 through 10 or 8 through 10, 8 through 11, somewhere in there or something.
Maybe somewhere around there. I'm not 100% sure.
Right. Whoever wins this, I feel like it's going to go up to top 5 or something like that. Because these dudes, I mean, close to it. Because these dudes are both good. I mean, Tsarukyan definitely could be the future of the division. There's a lot of good guys, man. There's a lot of good guys. So
a lot of good young guys too. Like, I mean, there's Fiziev. Don't forget about him. Like I'm high on Fiziev too. I think he's really good. I know he's not a complete package like Arman is, but man, his striking is legit. He has really good takedown defense. He's going to have a tough matchup against RDA coming up, but man, I think he can pass. I mean, I don't want to say, but I think he can pass that with flying colors too, but we'll see.
Right. Yeah, he should. But yeah, man, that's going to be a tough one. Definitely a tough one. I can't wait. We got a lot of good fights coming up. I think what do we got, about 6 more weeks left of fights in a row or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. I think it's all the way through July for sure. So
nice.
Maybe the first couple more in August, and they might take a break.
Right. And yeah, man, when we got some good stuff to look forward to coming up. We got probably get Charlie Olives and Islam maybe later this year. That's gonna be awesome. We got Cannonier and Izzy coming up. That's gonna be awesome.
Alexander Volkanovski and then Holloway
and Max. Yeah, that's man. That's good. Yeah, that's and then Strickland Pereira, man. Next week's card is gonna be nice. Next week we'll be on Johnny's channel. Wednesday night at 7, we'll be on Johnny's channel live for this pay-per-view. And so everybody come join for sure. It's gonna be a big show. Yeah. Let me see what we got here. Amir said Duran win is 5'6" at 185. Yeah, he should cut to 170. He can't even make 185 though half the time.
He was the last. He was the last one to weigh in, like with like 5 minutes left or something like that.
He missed weight by like 5 pounds. He was like 194 for his last fight against Arroyo. Like, yeah. Saba, for me, if you talk crap to a two belt double champ and say sorry 20 seconds later, he got punked definitely quick. Naaman said, sup fellas, good luck this weekend. Cheers from your friend Naaman. What's up, Naaman? Cheers to you too. Thanks man. For coming out. Yeah, we really appreciate it. Saba said Tsarukyan by decision. Rand said, let's go Gamrot. We got
plus money.
Yeah, plus money. Yep. Yeah, man. I can't hate that bet, especially as the line keeps going. Because it's gonna be close. Do you think it'll be like 50-45, or you know what I mean? Do you think it's going to be a Tsarukyan, or is it going to be?
If it went to decision, I would say, 48-47, but maybe like 49-46. I can see Gamrot maybe winning an early round, like first or second. But I just think Arman will just take over it later, like third round and later. I don't see him losing those rounds.
Right. 00 Fisherman, what's up, man? Thank you for joining us tonight. He said another good parlay for this weekend is Frey versus Vanessa, plus 1.5 rounds with Arman Gamrot plus 1. Yeah. Yep. And Shavkat money round. Yeah, man. I like all of them. I definitely, that's I like that. Yeah, I like that, man. Dev said Arman's a lock. Dev said Arman via sub, maybe later in the fight. Yep. I like that.
I can see a finish. I want to almost do just a finish bet. It's probably like plus 150 or something like that.
Right. Saba asked Fisherman what the odds was on that. Amir said, you want to know how confident Arman is? He was offered Islam fight. Yeah, late replacement. He refused, saying, I will fight him for the belt on a full camp. Yeah, because he already fought him.
He already fought him, and he almost won on a short notice. And he was super young.
He's like 22 at the time. Yeah, on short notice, and wrestled with him. Yeah, man, he'll be able to challenge with them. It's coming up for sure. Fisherman said 213, so it's good plus money on that line too. Saba, Bryce Mitchell versus Mazov, Evelev might happen. That's pretty good. I got to take Mazvar in that one, even though if I didn't see how good his striking had improved, man, his striking looked good. But that's going to be a good one. That's a good one, man. 2 undefeated dudes too. Saba, plus money for that. Rick James said Why do all these fighters feel the need to disrespect DC, aka Double Champ? I love DC, and I don't know why they disrespect, because I think that they think he's nice and he's at work, but he just showed that, man. He's like, dude, you didn't just beat me right there. Like, he'll still get it. You've seen him and John Jones go at it a couple times. We got Ranch says Gamrot been putting it in at ATT, yep, with Mastival and a buddy from KSW, and Armin been mountain biking the Red Rocks and vacationing in Hawaii. I'm on his Instagram, and I do see that Armand he has been taking a lot of pictures like that. Abel, I think physicality is going to be a huge factor in the fight, and Gamrot has no grappling strength. Yeah. Amir, Gamrot may have more weapons on the feet, but Armand's short and explosive and have more power. Yeah, he's going to be way quicker, in my opinion. He is quick of the trigger. He has his 1-2 reminds me of Chandler's. Yeah, he does, and he has a nice double jab too. Yep, so it's worth it, definitely. He said, "Give me your lock of the night, gentlemen. Value wise is Tafon. I got Tafon as my lock. I bet him the biggest. Yeah, and he has the best value.
Best value wise, yeah. I mean, if we're not going by value or even solid value, I think is Moises, man. Is he minus? He said 250. I think he covers minus 250 and more all day.
Telling you that Moises Frey Jinh Frey parlay is money, dude, and it's going to be easy money because Vanessa don't really belong in the UFC, and Giagos is so low level UFC that he could be out of it anytime coming up and nobody would really notice. Even though I like his skills, but he's just, he's the lower level. Abel says Gamrot does not have more weapons on the feet. That is true. Yeah.
I don't think he has as striking as that. Good
BCS Express. BCS said Volkanovski, and man, I've been the biggest Max fan forever, and I still am. But dude, like Volkanovski's showed me, like it's like now, and Volkanovski's a little bit past the point where before on Max where you had to bet him every time. Even against Volkanovski, I bet him big, dude, and I was like, he's got 5 inches of height and this and that on reach, or he doesn't even have reach. I think Volkanovski has a reach, but that was when Max was unbeatable. But now
I want to see Volkanovski fight someone like his size and see how he does. He always fights the taller, like skinnier fighter. Right. I just don't know if he's going to be used to somebody like built like him. Like, what's he going to do?
Yeah, he usually holds he can usually out grab. Like when he fought Jose Aldo at 145 before Aldo went down, he was able to just hold him up against cage because he's pretty big. I mean, he's so stocky for a 45er.
Like someone as strong as Volkanovski, like strength wise, like I'm just wondering how it's going to match up because he's always going to be the stronger fighter in every one of the matchups I can think of.
Well, I can't wait till he goes up to 155, man. That's gonna be sweet.
That'll be interesting.
He wants to after this fight because after he gets this Max stuff out of the way and like secures that he's the best, 45
way. Yeah, I don't think there's anybody ready for Volkanovski unless his name's Holloway right now.
Yeah, dude, Volkanovski is so good. Like he takes this so serious and all that. But let's see. Abel, always appreciate the interactions with the chat. You guys are real. Hope you guys make profit this week. Thanks, Abel, man. Thanks for showing up and comment. And dude, if you guys take the time to show up here and talk with us, man, we're gonna take the time to talk with you for sure. OG Fisherman or Double O Fisherman said, did you guys bet to find money line at 2 odds? I got him at plus 115. I'm not sure. I never
plus 100, which I believe that's 2.0 odds in the other thing.
Okay, because I see people. I think that's like the European one, right? Or something. Yeah. Because I see people would talk about that, but I have no clue. Saba was again a great live show from both gentlemen. Time to cash on Saturday.
Appreciate it coming out,
Saba.
for sure.
Yep. Saba's always supporting the channel, man. And we're gonna figure out something too when we start because we get enough people in the chat now and stuff where we need to figure out some kind of like giveaway or do something. So
we'll do something.
Yeah, coming up because man, the people that always show up and always talk and interact and stuff, man, we'll figure out some. QA, anyone handicapping on bet MMA tips?
Yep. Yeah, I post my bets on there if you want to follow me. It's the same name, JohnnyKpicks. I know there's a lot of other people that do it too. It's just easier for me so that way I don't have to keep track. So it just manually does it for me how many units I win, like what's my percentages and wins and losses and stuff like that. So
really? I might have
you can do it for free.
My boy BCS is like a machine like that. He used to have all my things on tap, like my stats on winning on pay-per-views, man. He impressed me.
I know a good person to follow on bet MMA tips is Jack Attack. He's really good.
Jack Attack. Where do I know that name from?
He's on Twitter. He's been in our live stream a couple times. I don't know if he was here today.
I was gonna
Jack Attack MMA. He's good to follow. He's got some really good bets. So
okay, I was gonna say, man, yeah. We had some other people like Broke Bets in here and Range.
Yeah.
Everybody go check out their videos and their breakdowns. Range's page is awesome, dude. Like I said, I'll be on his show on Friday night, so everybody come check that out too at 8 p.m. Saba plus 100 is indeed too. It's called
Decimals. Yeah, that's what it is.
Decimal system.
Like I only knew like the 2.0 was plus 100. That's about all I know because I have to do everything. It's weird.
The old metric, huh?
The old metric
decimal system. Old school. Ranch said, I think Ilya Topuria can get Volkan out. Yes. Yeah. A couple more fights for him.
It just sucks because like Ilya will get that fight when he's in his prime and Volkanovski will be just kind of out of his prime. So it won't be like the perfect matchup, but I could definitely see Ilya is the kind of guy that could give Volkanovski problems. He's the same type of build, same height, like he's strong, good wrestler, good striker, everything.
Yep, I think if that fight happens, it happens at 155 though.
You think so?
Alexander, he said he's going up after this fight. He's trying to finish this off with Max, and like you said, like established that he was the greatest 145er, and he wants to go up. He said he would rather. He said the Islam fight would be easier for him than Charlie Olive's. He's like, all I got to do is worry about his wrestling. Too. So yeah, but yeah, no, Range, that'll be a great fight. Ilya, he's going to be the future somewhere for sure. Yeah. Amir Gamrot stood with Guram on the feet and held his own. His striking is better than Armin overall, but Armin has that wrestling strength. I picked him to win. Yeah, it's definitely, man, it's going to be close. Joseph Ramirez, what's up, brother? He said, let's go. Topuria needs to stay at 145. Yep. Amir Emmett, is that it? Emmett, that's who we forgot about. Emmett, Emmett definitely. He's the same thing as Volk, but has more power. I think, Volk's more technical and stuff. But yeah, that's a good one. That's a good call, Amir. Yeah, man, we want to thank everybody for coming out tonight, man.
Yeah,
Saba, Joseph, Amir, Ranj, QA, my boy BCS Express, Eric. We got 00 Fisherman. We had
Mike
here.
James.
You're James, bitch. Everybody, man. If I forgot anything, but yeah, my boy is Chef Mikey, man. That's my dude. Everybody that showed up, thank you guys, because you're the reason we do this show. Come out here and get to talk with everybody. So really appreciate that and show support, and everybody in the chat's cool. Like I said, next week on Wednesday we'll be on JohnnyKpicks channel on YouTube for the big UFC 276 live stream. So make sure you guys catch us for that.
For sure.
And definitely good luck to everybody this weekend. If anybody's still watching, or if you do watch this, post in the comments, post your favorite two-fighter parlay, and then we'll go through it next week and maybe talk about who had the best one. So
we'll see who wins and all that good stuff.
Yep. And appreciate everybody for being here, man. And we will see you guys all next week. And I'll see you Friday night on Range's channel. See you guys all later, man. Later, BCS. Later, all you guys. See you guys.
Take care, guys.
See ya.